Later. Hello! Welcome to my macaroni and cheese stream. I'm very excited for this. Probably because of all the happy crying. I didn't get to sleep till 4 a.m. last night because Joe couldn't sleep, so I stayed up to try and help him drift off. And yeah, anyway, we didn't end up going to sleep till 4 a.m. So I'm pretty tired. I'm also pretty glitchy apparently. What's happening here? Stopped. Is it still doing it? No. Okay. That was weird. Also, there's a lot of natural light coming in, so all my lighting is a bit messed up, but whatever. Anyway, that was weird. If you guys see that again, let me know, and I might need to unplug my camera and stuff and restart it. But welcome to Macaroni and Cheese Stream. I am something. I'm tired. That's not what I was gonna say, but I am. We are. Oh yes, that's what I was gonna say. We are gonna do 3 types of macaroni and cheese. I was gonna do just 2, but then this morning, literally an hour before the stream, I had a brainwave. So I asked people on Twitter, actually half an hour ago. Report for Reconnect hurt. What? Also, sorry, before I say that, let me say hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, Flinks. Thank you so much for those gift subs. You crazy. Hello, Beth. Hello, Dottie. And hello, anyone else who was lurking or just coming in. And hello if you're watching this later on the edited stream. Camera may need to restart. Okay, let's do that. Do that now. You'll still be able to hear me, but I'm going to freeze. Let's do a cute pose. There we go. I'm now... Oh, God. Ugh. Why did I do that? Right, let's redo this. That's really weird. I don't know why it's okay, I've reset it. I don't know why I'm glitching. I mean, I figured if I was glitching yesterday it was because the game was too intense, but I don't know why I'm glitching today. So anyway, yes, sorry, let me explain what we're doing. I know I'm a bit all over the place. This is what happens when I'm more tired. I find it really hard to focus on what I'm trying to say. I feel like I look really tired as well. My eyes open like this. So yeah, we're going to be making 3 types of macaroni and cheese, or macaroni cheese as my mother calls it, so please don't yell at me if you're watching, Mum. So we're going to make Kraft. Now they sent me 2 boxes of Kraft, which is kind of what inspired me. We're going to make Kraft mac and cheese, the, classic, apparently. I've had powdered macaroni cheese before, but I've never had Kraft branded. Is the 487.84 pounds from all the donations? Yes. The weird extra bit is because it was $25 and it converted it, so it's a little bit weird. I haven't eaten my breakfast, which is why I have my breakfast right here, so I will be eating that. I will mute the microphone if I do that, though, because it's Anyway, sorry. Distracted. There's so little light in here. Kraft mac and cheese. We're gonna make this just as it says to make it. Yeah, as it says to make it. And then I'm going to... Joe's very kindly offered to... Well, I actually asked him to. Joe has agreed to go down to the corner shop for me and pick up some hot dogs, because on Twitter, people were saying to add hot dogs to it, because that's what they did when they were younger. And I have heard that before. So we're going to make regular. We're going to make one with hot dogs, and I'm going to try and basically boost it how I would boost it. It's over 500. No, it is not over 500. It's still... What do you mean with the 55 extra? The 55 was the goal, which is why it says 55 there, if that's what's confusing you. But it's not over 500, it's just, yeah, because it was $25, so that's why it's an awkward amount. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. Let's start again. So we're going to make regular, we're going to make one with hot dogs in it, and we're going to make my classic... I say classic. It's if we're having macaroni and cheese, unless I'm feeling really, really lazy and I don't want to bother, I will make this macaroni and cheese. Wow, I did it again. Did you see that? There was a glitch right here. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's not gonna spoil your guys' viewing enjoyment too much, but then we're gonna make the beer and bacon macaroni and cheese. I have made this before on the stream a very, 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 very long time ago, and I mean very long. I mean, it was like one of the first ever streams I did. I think I did I did a meal prep stream, and then I did like the rainbow cheesecakes. I don't think this is the right order, and I did a beer and bacon mac and cheese, and it was like one of the first 3 streams I ever did on this channel. So a long time ago. I don't think anyone who is still watching me today will remember that. Actually, maybe Samuel and Luco might, because they were there then, so they might remember this. But so your goal was 55 and you got 487.84. Yes, that is what happened, Flinks. I only needed £55 to buy the lighting rig that I wanted. I say rig, it was 2 LED lights with boom arms. And then it just kind of got out of hand, really. That's kind of what, over the course of 2 streams. Good morning, Miss Bell. Hello, welcome in. So I'm going to get everything out now for the recipes. There is a recipe for the beer and bacon, but I've made it so many times, I'm probably only going to refer to it now and then because I feel like I remember. However, let me actually say, and a new headset, yes, and a bunch of subs, and a few bits, and just, yeah, it kind of went a bit mad. It went a little bit mad, guys, just a little bit crazy. So, I want to say this off the bat, that a disclaimer, I'm probably not going to enjoy the Kraft mac and cheese, though I am going to go in with an open mind. But I want to be very clear. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a boxed mac and cheese. You know, if that's what your skill set is at, or if that is what you can afford, totally fine. I'm not here to shame people for what they eat. I want to make that very clear off the bat. I'm not being like, oh, why would you have this if you could just make regular, like, from scratch? I don't get it. I'm not saying that, okay? But the ingredients in Kraft mac and cheese, I guess the cheese is the only bit that you would have to, like, make a point of getting. So if you can get cheap cheese, it might be the same price. But anyway, I'm not here to shame you guys. I don't want anyone to think that. I don't want anyone to feel bad that they have Kraft mac and cheese and like it. That is not why I'm here. I'm just here to make some cooking content and apparently glitch around my kitchen. And there was another thing I was going to say off the bat, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. I am going to make a couple tweaks that I don't normally do for when I make the beer and bacon mac and cheese. Here's the recipe if you're interested. It's really good, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit. For example, normally I cut up the bacon, fry it in the pan, and then use the bacon fat to make the roux. However, I always end up burning the bacon, not the bacon, but the bacon fat ends up getting like a little bit overdone. Like, you know when you're cooking, if you cook bacon in like a pan rather than like a frying pan or the oven or the grill, and it just kind of it browns too quickly, and then it gets stuck to the bottom and you get little bits of bacon. So I'm gonna try something different today. I'm actually gonna cook the bacon in the oven or under the grill, and then drain off the fat into the pan to make the roux, and that way hopefully it won't burn, and I think that's a better technique. I can't remember what the recipe says to do, but that's what I usually do the first way, so we're going to change it. Anyway, I'm going to get out all the ingredients now, though I might put things back for the last one, because we're going to make them one at a time, I imagine, because I don't imagine it takes very long to make Kraft mac and cheese. But Joe is also going to get me the hot dogs. And I think how I'm going to tweak it is I'm going to put hot dogs in it, and then maybe also give it a crumb, and then maybe put like more cheese in it to like kind of boost it a little bit. But let's look at the cheeses we've got today, because I have a few. Like I said, I went to the shops and I spent a little bit too much money. Don't worry, I didn't go completely crazy. I was also buying stuff for the vegan turkey, so there's a lot of tofu in my fridge right now. I'm just getting all the stuff out, bear with me. And there is cream and milk, but I'm going to leave them in until we need them. So, we got some dry cured, unsmoked Tesco Finest bacon, rather than the stuff I'd normally use. This is rashers. I'd normally use back bacon, but we're using rashers because I'm feeling fancy. I'm feeling fancy today. So we got some bacon. And we've got some just regular mature cheddar, Cathedral City, very good brand, little bit pricey, but still a good brand. This is just what I normally have in the fridge anyway, cheese-wise. So, what?
Give PLZ 500 PogChamp now. Number symmetry is oddly satisfying. Size with satisfaction, like when you find that one itchy spot on your back that you were having trouble reaching. Bleed purple.
Please. You are so generous, what the heck? I know you said that you just got, like, a bonus or something, but still. Thank you so much. 500. Okay, hopefully it stays there. And no one comes in and, like, tries to make it uneven again. Hopefully it just stays at that level and we don't get any higher. Okay? Don't move. Thank you so much, Flinks. I really appreciate you. And I appreciate your money. So we also have hello.
Hello. Can I use your card for another shot?
Yes.
I'm just going to finish typing out these invoices and then I'll hop in.
Okay, I think we also need bread. It looks like we're running quite low. So bread and hot dogs and that's it.
What kind of hot dogs?
Just like tinned hot dogs, like not fancy ones. Love you. So we've got Parmigiano Reggiano, aka Parmesan, but it can't call itself Parmesan. That's for the topping, basically. That won't go into it very much. This is Manchego. This is actually just for us to eat because Joe really likes Manchego, but I might add a little bit. We've also got a Applewood smoked cheddar, which is really good, and a 18 months mature vintage cheddar. I've actually had a stronger cheddar before, but they didn't have one there. They only had, because I think I mentioned this on last night's stream, but because they only had, because the actual cheese counter is closed, they only had the stuff that comes like pre-packaged, like the branded stuff, or like this stuff. Like normally they have like a wheel and you can ask for a certain amount of stuff from that wheel of cheese and that kind of thing. You see, Sammy was saying Applewood is good as well. I think I've had it once. But yeah, so we have a bunch of cheeses as well as our bulk cheese, which is the regular mature. It's not vintage, not extra mature, it's just regular. But I love the more mature cheddar, the happier I am. It's so good. So we've got like a selection of cheeses, as you would expect. And we've got some Spirelli, because it's best to have a chewy pasta like this to catch on to the cheese sauce. I looked it up in my pasta book. I have a book about pasta, but it's not just pasta sauces, it's like the shapes and what the shapes are good for. So we're gonna use some of this as well because it's also the closest to macaroni that I could find. So we go, we've got that, we've got breadcrumbs, which are gonna go on the top. Little breadcrumb ASMR there. And I think that's everything. Oh no, it's not, hold on. And the beer, very important. Please, 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 if you're using this, do not use a cheap can of lager or just a cheap beer, because it's gonna be a lot better if you use something like this. It doesn't have to be a fancy craft beer, it doesn't have to be an expensive beer, but go for something that's a decent quality. We've always made it, when I've made this before, I've always made it with Innocent Gun Classic. I don't like beer, but it's a good staple. It's not fancy, but it's also not, you know, really cheap and nasty. So if you're gonna make this recipe and you can afford to, get something like this. Get some Innocent Gun if you have Innocent Gun where you are. It's a Scottish company. I don't know if they have it everywhere. So that's our everything except for like the milk, the butter, and the cream, I guess, that's going in. I'm just looking up here and seeing if I've forgotten anything. I don't think I've forgotten anything. But yeah, this is the selection. Joe's gonna go get me some hot dogs in a few minutes so we can make the slightly fancier version. I think I might even put, I don't know how much cream I have, but if I've got enough, we could maybe put some cream in the, yeah, no, I've only got a little one. A little dinky boy. Maybe not. So this is my, that's probably not going to be enough to make it with that. Yes. Okay, so shall we begin with the very basic Kraft mac and cheese? Or shall we start with the fancy one and then try them all at the end? Because the Kraft mac... How long does it take to cook? Oh wow, this is really badly written. Cook pasta for 7 to 8 minutes. Do not rinse. Add the cheese sauce and mix well. So it's probably going to take like 10 minutes in total. Right? So we should probably start with the fancy one then, because that's going to take a lot longer. Like I said, no shame if you have 10 minutes to eat. Store-bought is quick. Fancy Kraft, because Kraft is like 10 minutes. Yeah, you guys are totally there. You guys are on the ball. You know what's going on. In which case, we got to start with the bacon, because I need the bacon fat to make the roux to make the sauce. So we have to start by cooking the bacon. So let me get stuff out my oven, because that's where I store my cast iron, and if we're going to be putting this in the oven, we cannot do that. We cannot have that in there. I recommend cooking the poor quality first and eating it. Well, actually, you know what I recommend? I recommend having my breakfast. So while my oven's heating up, I'm just going to have a little scoff. Yes, exactly, Flinks. Quality is subjective. I feel like I'm actually going to enjoy it, as long as it's better than the powdered cheese pasta that I've had in the UK. I came for the mac and cheese. Taz, hello. Oi, oi. How are you doing? You've inspired me. I've actually sent off Joe to go to the corner shop and get me some hot dogs, because we're going to try it too. So we're going to try Kraft mac and cheese without anything in it. Then we're going to do Kraft mac and cheese with hot dogs and also some other tweaks that I'm going to try and, like, I might add some different cheeses. I might give it a crumb. We might be fancy. And then we're going to make, or rather, then we're going to try. We're trying them in this order. We're not making them in this order. My beer and bacon macaroni and cheese. I always say my like it's a recipe I made. It's just the one I always make. But it is a... Yay! I'm so glad. We'll try them all at the end. I'll make the Kraft just before we're about to eat, because it's going to take 10 minutes, so... Do they call hot dog sausages bangers in Scotland? Hot dogs are not bangers. Bangers are, like, Cumberland sausages. Like, ones you get from, like, a butcher's, or, like, ones you have with, like, bangers and mash. Hot dogs are a different kind of criteria. Hot dogs are skinny and they look different. Because, and why do they call them bangers, everyone? Here's your history test. They call them bangers. I'll give you a second to answer. They call them bangers because the way they used to be made, there was so much water inside them that when they heated up, they would burst and they'd go bang, like that. That's why they call them bangers. That's the name. That's where it came from. Grew up on Kraft. Mom never liked it. She prefers homemade, but always had Kraft for the kids. Totally fine. Like I said at the beginning, and I will reiterate this several times, I'm sure, there is absolutely nothing wrong with eating and enjoying Kraft mac and cheese. I'm not here to shame anyone. I'm not here to be like, it's clearly, like, disgusting and so processed, and why would you ever eat that? I live in Scotland. I've definitely had my fair share of processed food. I could look it up. I didn't give you enough time to look it up. So please don't think I'm trying to say there's anything wrong with having Kraft mac and cheese. I'm just going, I'm having a fun time. I'm going to try Kraft mac and cheese. We're going to try Kraft mac and cheese with some extras. And then we're going to try my... Personally don't enjoy the taste, nothing as a product. Yeah, see, I've had pasta, like cheesy pasta, powdered cheesy pasta, not Kraft. And I didn't call itself macaroni and cheese either. Or macaroni cheese for that matter, because that's what we call it in the UK. Sorry, my brain just went off. I've had that, but it's always been a little bit lackluster, but it hasn't been a trusted brand, so it might be the fact that might be the issue. And if I have this brand, it might be a bit nicer. But we can add real cheese. That's going to be fancy. So what I'm starting off with... I'm probably not going to look at the recipe for the beer and bacon because I've made it so many times, but I might check on it now and then. People would eat it industrial made mac and cheese because it's cheap to acquire and easy to make for hungry children. Exactly. Like, there's no shame in it. I'm not here to make people feel bad for their food choices. Sorry about the noise. I'm just here to deafen you all with kitchen foil. So, I became a seagull. My store sells a cheese powder similar to Kraft, but it's off by just enough that it's not nice at all. I like bulk mac and cheese, but not the Kraft brand. There's a brand here called Annie's, and it's like organic-y, and I prefer that over Kraft. I can imagine there's lots of different brands. I know that in America, there's like a vegan mac and cheese by like, is it Daya? And apparently that's really good. Like, it's the same idea. It's a powder, but it's vegan. I tried doing an off-brand make of it, and it ended up terribly. Annie's is pretty good. There we go. That's why it's a comfort food for many. It's got societal memory. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, I'm just trying to think of something I might have had. Yeah, it's like home fried pasta sauces. I had that a lot. Not when I was necessarily, I guess I was still growing up, but I wasn't like really small. So like when I was in high school, me and my mum would have like home fried pasta sauce, which is just literally just a pre-made pasta bake, but it's not just like tomato sauce. It's tomato and bacon, and it's kind of creamy, and basically you cook the pasta in the sauce. And some people would look at that and go, that's a cheat. Why wouldn't you just make your own why would you not just make it from scratch? Why would you not make yourself a pasta sauce and then make it's like, because I haven't got the time. She's a busy mum. She's working a full-time job. I'm at school all day. It's quick, okay? So Velveeta is pretty solid because it has cheese as a slathery sauce. Good food takes time. Exactly. Like I said, no shame at all. Not here to shame people. Not here to say there's something wrong with you if you have that. And even if you have got the time and you have got the money, it's a comfort food. I totally get it. I have weird stuff for dinner all the time. Me and Joe, literally 2 days ago, had cheese and tatty pie. Do you want to know what that is? That is mashed potato with cheese mixed through, and then you put cheese and breadcrumbs on the top and you put it in the oven. And that was our dinner. It was just mashed potato. And it's so good. And I would never shame anyone for eating that because it's gorgeous. Eat what you want to eat. Exactly, Flanks. That's why we're here. Okay. Got myself into a frenzy. I usually buy Velveeta box. It glitched again! Why is it doing that? I usually buy Velveeta box mac and cheese because it doesn't need milk. The cheese isn't powdered if it matters. I see, yeah. Sometimes you just need mashed potatoes. Potato recipes. It's so good, right? So it's literally make mashed potatoes how you would make mashed potatoes. And then mix in like kind of maybe 2 handfuls of grated cheese. Not pre-shredded, because that tends to be a bit different melting wise. Just grated cheese. Kind of estimate it how you like it. Maybe add in a couple of herbs if you're feeling fancy, but you don't have to. And then squish it all into a dish. We use this dish, which is the same one I'm going to be using for the macaroni today. Squish it all into the dish, cover it with Parmesan and other cheese, or just the same cheese again, and golden bread, these. This is why I own these. These breadcrumbs, or homemade breadcrumbs, whatever you got. You don't even need to do breadcrumbs if you haven't got any. And then stuck it in the oven until the cheese gets all golden, and then you're done. And then have it with ketchup. And that's your dinner. I wouldn't recommend having it a lot because there's no vegetables in it, unless you count the potatoes. But because I'm a garlic snob, I would finally mince a whole head of garlic and put that in the mashed taters. I would roast some garlic in the oven and then like just mush it into a paste and mix it through because that sounds gorgeous. But yeah, that sounds so good. When we were younger, my mom would make us mashed potatoes with ham mixed through and then make it into teddy bears. Oh, that's so cute. And also we were talking about Bubble and Squeak. Like, Bubble and Squeak is literally like pre-cooked cabbage and mashed potatoes. Speaking of, I actually have cabbage in the fridge I should probably use up sometime soon from last week. Anyway, what are we doing? We're putting bacon in the oven. When are we doing it? Once the oven is heated up, which is not yet. So yeah. I will repeat this for people who've just joined. If I can remember what I'm saying. Can I remember what I'm saying? That's a good question. Why is my brain just shut down? Right, yes. So in the recipe, in fact, I'm gonna actually open up the recipe because I don't know if I'm talking nonsense right now, but I'm pretty sure. The way I always normally make it is the beer and bacon mac and cheese. Just to be clear, is I cut up the bacon like above the pan because I use back bacon, and to little pieces, and then I fry it like that. But as I was saying earlier, all of oh no, I think I just allowed it to send me notifications. Oh no. As I was saying earlier, it always ends up with the fat browning too quickly in the pan, and then it kind of gets stuck, and then it's difficult to make a roux. So instead what we're going to do is I'm going to do what I would do if I was making like a bacon sarnie, is I'm going to put the bacon in the oven, and then once the bacon's done, I'm going to drain the fat into the pan. That's what we're going to do instead. So yeah, so it tells us to fry it in this, so we're gonna mix it up. How much is all of this? I think this might make us a little bit more than I'm... Yeah, this is apparently 8 to 10 servings in this recipe. I think this is how much I normally make. But I'm worried I'm going to end up with You know what? Even if I end up with a pan full of macaroni and cheese and there's too much to go in the container, I'll just make another batch. I'll just make it later. It's fine. Yeah. Because I'm going to have it for dinner anyway. So it's fine. Right. How did the rest of your stream go last night? Do you think you'll still do a Thursday stream? It was so fun. Well, all your streams are fun, but you know what I mean. I totally know what you mean. I broke my fast. I'm already drooling again because of the food talk. Sorry. Toasted garlic that's been mushed into a paste to stir in would be fantastic as well. Ooh, oh, sorry, I'm missing stuff. Wah! I'm leaving a little more bite with the garlicky nibs. There's so many creamy goodness. Good point. However, I don't like finding like bits of garlic in stuff unless it's been fried. I don't like finding chunks. And as for if I'm going to do a Thursday evening stream, I'm definitely going to do it again this week. I don't know what we'll play. Maybe Calico again, because it's kind of fun. Maybe something else that's just a bit more casual. But I think you guys enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it, so I think that is going to be a thing that we do now, because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Right, so I'm supposed to use 500 grams of bacon. We have got 240, so we're just gonna, I guess we just use all of this? I don't know, I feel like that's a lot of bacon. No such thing as too much bacon, says the chat. But yeah, so just for reference, in case anyone's trying to follow along at home and they can actually keep up with what's going on, we're using streaky bacon. Again, I normally use back bacon, so this is another difference, but I tried to get fancy stuff, because I was wanting to be like, look at this fancy thing. Oh wait, I've just remembered. We're not using the Spirelli. Hold on. Sorry to interrupt my bacon talk. You know how I was like, we're gonna use this pasta for the thing because it's good and I couldn't find any macaroni. We're not using that. You know what we're using? Do you want to know what we're using? It was hiding from me. That's why I didn't remember to get it out. We're using fresh pasta. Not made by me, because I don't have a pasta, like, machine. But this is actually made with fresh egg, and ooh, it's fancy. I haven't actually ever had Tesco's fresh pasta, so we're gonna do that. It's basically almost done. Like, it's not dried, so I don't need to cook it for as long. So it's gonna take me 3 minutes to cook this. So I'm not gonna get it started yet. But I'm excited. They didn't have any, like, tiny tube ones. They only had, like, Penny was the best I could get. Penny, the best a man can get. Wait, that's Gillette. So yeah, we're going to be using fancy, homemade, not by me, pasta. I've never seen that at the store. Where can I get this in America? I don't know. I didn't know that they had it. I mean, I did once buy fresh lasagna sheets. So I did know they had it, but I think I'd forgotten. It was in the fridge, obviously. It was in the fridges, but it was like by the pizzas and stuff. It was like a whole bay in the fridge of just homemade pasta, fresh. I shan't say homemade because it's not really. It's in a factory, but it's fresh egg pasta rather than like dried pasta. So very exciting. They had like lasagna sheets and tagliatelle and spaghetti and all of these things, but I needed one with tubes, so I got that one. Fresh pasta is expensive in America. In England, when I shopped at Sainsbury's, I would buy bags and bags of it. Bags and bags. don't think I've ever, other than that one time I got fresh lasagna sheets, which I don't actually remember using, so I think I might have ended up not using them. Ooh, these are skinny. So you think I'm skinny? These are teats. Very skinny boys. Once got told a story of someone's granddad who would just buy bacon and eat it from the packet. But, for context, back in when he did this, bacon was, you could get bacon that was cured enough to eat, like chorizo. But if you just hear that story without that context, you're like, what? Why would you eat raw bacon? I mean, this stuff is cured, but I don't think it's good to eat raw, or uncooked, I should say, without cooking. Because it wouldn't be raw if it was cured enough to eat. I know what I'm talking about. Right, we're gonna just do that many. Put that in, and maybe spend some time grating some cheese while we wait, because it's gonna be like 20 minutes before this bacon's done. Wow. Ha-ba-ba. That was the most awkward way I could have possibly done that. But you can't see me, so it's fine. You don't know what I'm doing. Eating smoked goods from a packet is a Scottish pastime. I love a good bit of chorizo. What can I say? Would that vary by community? I think the fresh pasta or nudes would be available for a fair price in places like Asia or Mediterranean cultural presence. Maybe. Maybe. I was gonna go to the cheesemonger. I said this yesterday, but just in case you weren't here yesterday, I was gonna go to the cheesemonger and get the cheese that I needed for this, but they're not open, and I don't think they're taking orders. They are taking orders, but I think they need like a week's notice, so I couldn't, unfortunately. But maybe next time. Okay, Google, set me a timer for 15 minutes.
Okay, 50 minutes.
No.
Starting now.
Okay, Google, cancel my timer.
No problem. Cancelled.
Okay, Google, set me a timer for 15 minutes.
Sure. 15 minutes.
There we go.
And we're starting now.
That's better. Not 50 minutes. End up burning all my cheesemonger. Where do you live? In some posh area on the East Coast? Wait. Technically, it's not really on the coast. But it's not fancy. It's just a tiny little shop that sells cheese. It's not like, you know, I go down to the high street and I go to the butcher's and I could actually do that. There is a butcher's. But yeah, I try to support local, but like I said, they're not open right now, so it was a bit harder. If you weren't here earlier, this is the beer we're going to be using for the beer and bacon. I don't know how available it is outside the UK. I think it is, but Innocent Gun Original. Feel free to... Ooh, I think I've cut my hand. Not very bad, but feel free to experiment. I would not recommend using a cheap can of beer, lager, or whatever. I'd recommend at least a semi-decent, doesn't have to be craft beer. It'll be a waste if it's craft beer, because you can't taste it. So don't, like, you can taste it, but you can't, like, you wouldn't be able to pick up the fruity notes and the this, that, and the other thing. It would not be worth spending the money on a fancy craft beer. I say this as someone who has craft beer up there, because we bought some. We also bought me cocktails, which I'm very excited about. Hold on. If you have a Tesco, you should get this. Yes, it's a pre-canned cocktail. Yes, I'm a, I don't know, I was gonna say middle-aged woman. That's not really people who drink canned cocktails. Anyway, Peachy Punch, very nice. I think it's gin-based. It's white rum, actually, which is surprising, because I didn't think I liked white rum very much. But this one's really good. You should get it. It's really nice. I've also got a couple others by the same brand to try, but that's the one I like. I live across a whole ocean from America. We have a local farmer who delivers fruit and veg every Thursday. Wait, to your house? Or to, like... What? That's awesome. Oh, there's a thing I've been wanting to maybe try and maybe do a stream based on. I don't know, it would depend. Which is a UK, it's a foraging box, so it's basically like a monthly subscription, but you can just buy a month if you want to, and they send you all the stuff in the box is like locally foraged or handmade, so like a cider or like a kombucha. I don't think they've ever done kombucha, but something like that, you know. And you get like a drink or a liquid of some kind, so a drink or a ketchup or something, and a jar of stuff, and then a bunch of fresh stuff, so like nettles or whatever. And I thought it would be quite fun to do that and then do a stream based on whatever I get. I thought that could be something that would be quite interesting, but I think I might wait till like summer, because there'll probably be more stuff that's like fresh to like use. So that'd be cool. I think it's like 20 quid for a box, I think. But I thought that was pretty neat. I'll find the name of the company and tell you guys later. Hello!
Hello, it's me, the masked man.
The masked man is here.
Hey,
Hey, sweetie.
I'll get a receipt.
Yes. If you can. If not, just try and remember how much it was.
Okay. Do you need anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, I could always go for... Could you get me Can of Monster so I've got it on backup for tomorrow in case I need it?
Okay.
You excited for the mac and cheese? I think that's a silly question.
Is it Pope Catholic?
Don't do it. Love you. To our house, you just order it and he delivers it. That would be really cool. I think if I don't know. That would be a really fun thing to do. There is actually, if I wanted to do that, there's quite a few businesses locally that I could probably order from. But I think we don't use enough. I mean, guess it would make us use more fruit and vegetables, but we don't really use enough to kind of justify that, because it's just the two of us. Maybe if I had like children to feed. I guess you guys are my children, right? You guys are my adopted children. I have to feed you virtually. Right, cheeses. Let's get some cheeses on. I've just remembered that there's about... Actually, hold on. We can just use some of that. There's some cheese that we didn't actually use. We grated it, but I forgot to use it. So, I think this has got Parmesan in it. I'll put this to the side, but I might use this as well. I think this is cheddar and manchego and Parmesan. So, I'll probably mix that in as well. But I'll use that for the topping, because that's like gonna be fancy. I'm getting hungry. Okay, well, dinner's gonna be in 3 hours, so get yourself a snack. You can help yourself to any of the snacks in the pantry, dear. I've still got some warheads. That won't really fill you up. Got some crackers and cheese and some mackerel pate if you want that. You are one of my stream moms for sure. I will take that. That's fine. Ooh, that's starting to smell real good. Oh, that is actually cooking quicker than I expected. Unless it's been like 10 minutes already. Dark chocolate covered mangoes. Have made those before, though I could make some again for you guys. Sit in the other room and have a snack. I have actually, pre-lockdown, I actually had a friend over. I've had friends over while I'm streaming, because they've been like staying over, or they were here to spend the day with Joe or whatever, and I've just been like, sorry, gotta go stream. They're like, I'm hungry, can I get a snack? And I've come through and I'm like, here you go. It's quite fun. It's a fun time. I had friends, what was that like? I don't know. It was a long time ago, many moons ago. And back when I first started streaming, it was so awkward, because I was obviously, well, okay, when I first started streaming, I was still at uni, so I would stream in the evenings. And I would stream 7 till 9, 3 days a week. Then I think that became 2 days a week. And it became 1 day a week eventually. But whenever I would stream, it would be really awkward, because me and Joe lived with someone else, had like a third flatmate, and I'd be in the kitchen, and then they would want to have their dinner, and I'd be like, they didn't want to be on camera, so they couldn't really come in, so I'd have to be like, right, I'll pause the stream for 20 minutes while you have your food. It was so awkward. Luckily, it's never awkward now. Oh no, definitely never awkward. Chips Ahoy cookies, roast beef wraps. Is this all the stuff you have I have in my pantry for you guys? Cheese sticks, Gouda, and Munster. Oof. Right. I don't really want to start grating yet, but at the same time, I also do. I want to taste the cheese, because we're not going to need the cheese for ages. But we might as well just, like, do it. Now, my question is, do I mix through the cheeses that aren't just the basic base cheese that we're going to use? Or do I only use it for the topping? Now, the Parmesan I'm only going to use for the topping because I think it's going to be too overpowering if it's in the sauce. But I'm 50-50 about the... Oh, Joe's come back. 1 second, hold on. I had to buzz him back in. Sorry, guys. It's what I have in my fridge. Oh, we should all go around to yours then. That sounds like a great selection of snacks. Warm up by rating the cheese. What would the Burger Goose do? We should get that on a shirt. Bread. Oh my goodness. Burgers. My favorite kind of monster. Perfect.
So they didn't have
Tinned hot dogs.
they didn't have ones that didn't look dodgy as. So I got 2 of these
Okay.
instead.
Toz, if you're still here, is smoked sausage appropriate as a substitute? Because I think it could be. I'm not huge on smoked sausage, but you know what? I haven't had it in so long, maybe I like it now.
Smoky bacon, smoked sausage goes better in casserole anyway.
Yeah, we've got a wee corner shop next to the house. Next to the flat.
George of Clan McWhippy.
Says we're fancy.
Scotsman.
No, is a Scotsman. Says we're fancy because we have a cheesemonger.
Honestly,
Sounds
like,
epic. Perfect. Okay. Madison's smoked sausage and a mac and cheese would work. He went to the store that
literally
far.
just down-
It's the
just
bottom of
below
our.
building.
It's like the bottom of our building.
So it doesn't take long at all.
If I go quiet, it's because I'm watching Beth watch Pokemon. Not a problem, Maru.
Oh yeah, the directs today.
Yeah? No, you're not keen? Not excited?
They're not. I don't think they're announcing Gen 4 remix. I think they're going to do something with Sword and Shield. They'll be like, there's more stuff there.
I'm gonna have a little bit of smoked
Man,
sausage.
I'm not hopeful for it. Considering the last Pokemon game was just incredibly disappointing.
Dropped it. Is his favorite game Platinum? You're being asked if your favorite game is Platinum.
My favorite Pokemon game isn't Platinum. My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Gold. But Platinum is a close second.
Mine's Crystal.
Actually, Platinum, it's like a mixture between either Platinum or Ruby. Just because I really like Gen 3 and I don't see what all the fuss was about.
Oh yeah.
There's not a lot of water, man.
Read Flinks' comment.
Joe Boyle, improved lightning.
The goal underneath me. Look at what it is now. As in, down here. On the screen.
Oh!
Look at what it's sitting at.
Holy sugar! I thought you said improved lightning, and I was thinking lightning? Lightning returns? You mean like Final Fantasy?
No.
Can I try?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll cut you a little bit. Without the plastic would be good, but I'll take that off. So, this has just made me no, yeah, I thought I had plastic on it. Made me nostalgic because my mum would make us pasta with smoked sausage like all the time, and I think that's why I stopped liking it. It's like you with chili, you just had too much of it. And I think that's why I don't like it anymore. I've never finished that game. Level up your skill, lightning.
The last time I had chili
Yeah.
was when
There we go.
I'll call him by his character's name in our D&D game. Our cleric Rokier moved into the flat
Before this one?
No.
The one before this one.
Yeah, so like
2 flats ago.
2 flats ago.
Oh, okay.
I remember it helping move all the stuff up. And
Did it again?
What?
My
Is that flash on the screen?
Yeah, my camera keeps glitching.
Oh, that's odd.
But I don't know why. Sorry, keep going.
And his partner, his wonderful partner, who is an absolute joy to be around, made us chili.
Oh,
And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
So maybe you do like chili, but just certain types of chili.
I would,
Or you were just really hungry.
I would be down to try chili again. Is this the granola?
Mm-hmm. It's got raspberries, but if you just don't take one bit with raspberries in it, you should be fine. That's not the new one. That's the old one. Oh. Seems to do it when changing song. Okay. Let me skip the song and see if it changes again. Okay, it didn't do it when I skip it, but that doesn't mean it's not that's not the problem.
And here is the receipt.
Thank you.
I'll put that in your wallet.
Yep. Thank you very much, honey. So, you know what? I don't hate smoked sausage. This could work.
You need to stop eating it.
I've got 2 though.
Yeah, but what
Okay.
are you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep eating it and I'll have enough. I know. Telling me off. Right. In which case, it's time to try the cheese. Hello from Greater Glasgow. Hello from Dundee. How you doing?
Give it a half, won't you?
No, only one of those was actually Alec. He seems cheesed off.
Glasgow.
Hi there. How's it going? Could be
Coming
Wednesday.
to you live from the Clyde. It's Evil Marksman.
No, I'm trying to get into my cheese. Welcome to the stream. We're making 3 types of mac and cheese.
Oh, I've got to follow up. And coming your way, straight for the tea, it's PurpleCoffins.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous.
By your side on the banks of the Clyde, Evil Marksman.
Are you a bingo caller now?
Hold on.
I don't know if this might be too much.
His sanity is gone on the banks of the Don. It's Joe for Aberdeen.
Faye, hello!
Hello, Faye. How are you?
Oh wow, that's really smoky.
Do you mind if I cook my burger?
Careful, don't say burger too much. The goose will appear. It's like looking in a mirror and saying Bloody Mary. Yeah, go for it. Do you want some cheese? This is the smoked cheese. I think it might be a bit too much to have it through the sauce. I don't know.
Wow.
It's so smoky. I didn't expect it to be this smoky. I mean,
really creamy.
I mean the bacon isn't smoked, so maybe it would be okay.
That'll be nice.
Oh my god, that's so
That's
creamy.
really, really nice.
Yeah, I think in the sauce rather than on the top because it's too creamy to properly crisp up.
No more. Don't eat any more.
Easy.
Save it for the recipe first.
Okay.
And then we eat after.
Can I do? Try the cheddar now. I'm trying all of them to see what works with. About the manchego, would you rather I didn't put it in the sauce so that you had lots?
No, manchego's for me.
Yeah, I thought so. Right, I'll put it back in the fridge then.
I don't know if that bar's still going, Evil Marksman.
Oh, I thought I was talking about Cadonas.
Cadonas is not a bar.
It has a bar in it, in the bowling alley. I thought
Oh, maybe so. I was thinking you're meaning like a proper bar.
it might still be.
They still have Cadonas, which is one of the better parts of Aberdeen, but that is saying something.
The great grey city of the north.
That's like someone spitting in your face instead of kicking you in the balls.
Yeah, still gonna hurt.
It's still gonna
Well, no,
hurt,
spitting in your face.
but more emotionally than physically.
18 months vintage mature cheddar.
Oh, whoa.
That's what I like.
That's cheesy.
That is my kind of cheese.
Good shit, boy.
Do you remember that one we had from Lidl? With the truckle? Do you remember how many months that was?
That was like 8, I think. 8
I thought that was like
No, it wasn't
more than
it?
that.
Wasn't it?
Oh, I really thought it was.
Oh yes, lane 7, Evil Marksman. I remember. I haven't actually been there because
I was too young.
I was too young to drink at the time.
Yeah?
Not to say that I didn't drink underage.
I mean, you are
But
Scottish
that's
enough. We
between
are.
me and that's between me and Balmeedy Beach.
Okay, I'm taking these out. I think they're cooking too quick because they're not as thick as I normally have.
Is this the...
Oh no! I've overcooked them. They look fine, but they're supposed to also go back in. She's overcooked. Wait. Okay, Google. How much time?
On the website l.stackexchange.com, they say, since it can be broken down into component parts, e.g., 10 times, which are each a time.
Okay, Google.
you have to say,
Stop. Okay, Google. How much time is on my timer, please?
it looks like you don't have any timers set at the moment.
Jolly goodbye. Oh, you're back on.
Yeah, I'm back on mic. Did you stop my timer? Did you stop the
I
timer?
didn't stop the timer. No.
Okay, I think he's just trying to blame you. That explains why they've overcooked. Look at them. They're still tasty. I would eat them like this, but I wanted them to be underdone a little bit because I wanted to... Ah, my bacon!
The drinking age of Scotland is more like guidelines as opposed to rules.
It's not really a law per se. It's more like...
Did I say stop? Did I stop Google?
I don't think you did. My Google... Oh, sorry, Faye. Sorry.
Did we do it?
Oh, I did it again! Was that a different song? Was that a change of song? No, it wasn't. It was in the middle of a song. It might have just been a coincidence the first time. Excuse me.
Shut your hole.
He's taking my bacon. So anyway, the point of that was to get the bacon fat without burning it on the pan, which we have now done. However, I'm going to cook up some more, and we can crumble this onto the top, but put the sort of slightly underdone stuff into the sauce. How's that sound? You good with that? I'm going to have some more.
Why did we only get one?
Yeah, exactly. Use it as texture. What the? Ah.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of craft beer.
No. I've got craft beer, but then that's innocent gun.
I don't use the whole thing in the recipe.
You dancer.
Oh no. Now we have to cook more bacon. What a shame. Whatever will we do? Exactly. There's the bacon. No, I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna crunch them up on the top. But we need to now cook more.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it did say to use 500 grams, and I've only used like less than half of a packet that's half of that, so.
That looks like bacon sandwich just tomorrow morning.
I'm so-
That looks like we're gonna have some fun. We're going to have some bacon in the morning, and then I'm gonna shove it right up your bum.
Oh my god! Jesus, please don't put bacon up my bum. That doesn't sound very tasty.
Bacon is not a suppository, people.
Oh, what was that? You just reminded me someone's... I can't remember the context, but they were making a joke about that, but it's not really relevant without the context. Oh, computer and Sea of Thieves call. Okay.
I might hop on with you later, Faye, once I have finished doing my work.
He's got work to do. He's a working boy. You must have stopped the timer.
Do you want to hear what my work is for today?
Invoices.
I've done my invoices, they've sent.
Oh.
My work right now is writing.
Ooh.
I have to write more of a script.
Nice. Ah, he says he will be on till 8.
Magic!
My
You
suggestion.
dancer.
I don't know if I want to put some brown sugar on it because I know that's really nice, but I don't think it's gonna work with what we're doing. But yeah, so we are gonna take the over quote unquote overcooked. It's not really overcooked bacon, and I'm gonna put that on the top with the crumb, like when we do the breadcrumbs and stuff, and that's gonna be really good. I think I'm gonna do the Applewoods smoked cheese through the sauce. Also maybe the vintage cheddar through the sauce as well. And then the parmesan on the top. For those who've only just joined us, I'll explain what we're doing. I won't take long, I promise. I've been rambling for so long about it, but it was while trying the cheddar. Apparently while we were trying the cheddar, you shouted at Google to stop. Do not remember this. What we're doing is we're going to make Kraft mac and cheese. We're then going to make Kraft mac and cheese with smoked sausage and extra stuff to make it fancy.
Extra stuff.
And then we're starting with the last one. We're basically doing it in the reverse order, but we're going to make beer and bacon macaroni and cheese with Innocent Gun beer.
Yeah.
And some of these fancy cheeses that we bought. But that's why I've got bacon on the go.
Which, if you haven't had an Innocent Gun, original whiskey cask Scotch ale, you're missing out, because this is damage.
Oh! It glitched when you said damage. I've unplugged it and... I'm going to do it again. Okay, do a pose. There we go. Camera's off. They can still hear us, though, but...
Can I quickly grab the ketchup?
Yes.
What was it? Oh, I know what it was. I know what that reminded you of. It was the... Do you remember the toys that you used to get? It was like little mini, like, figures of footballers. They were like match attacks or something like that. It was the same sort of song that was on their advert.
Of what, up your bum?
Yeah, I used the same tune.
Oh my god, are you okay? Are you dying because of the ketchup? Just an album cover right there. Innocent Gun is also perfect for a chocolate and ale chili.
You're damn right, Evil Marksman. Damn right.
Maybe that's what we should make next.
That'd be good.
I mean, we do have plans for next week, but at some point we should make a chili, and we should make 2 different chilies, and we should get Joe to try them.
Hi, welcome to Chili.
Hi, welcome to Chili's. Right, we're throwing it in the oven with this. I'm gonna do it for less time this time. So, okay, Google, set me a timer for 10 minutes. Right.
Sure, 10 minutes, and that's starting now.
Evil Marksman, if you want to drop a recipe on the Discord,
Perfect, thank you.
please do that, because that would be awesome.
We have a channel specifically for dropping recipes. That's why he's saying that. So if you join, you click the little button when you read the rules so that you can see all the channels, and then you can drop your link in the channel that you want. That would be great. And then you can leave again if you want. If you don't want to stick around after that, that's totally fine.
Give you a cuddle before I go.
Make 2 chilies and then have them fight each other to the death. Yes. Give them little swords.
Hey, Smelly.
Hey, Smelly.
Right, I'm going to go have this and finish work,
Okay, enjoy.
and then I will...
Thank you very much. Being a pirate is so right to be.
Today, Joe has made a...
Oh no!
Why?
I'm going to do this.
Now it is perfect since we can no longer be £420.
Stop. Flakes, please.
Thank you very much, Flint.
Thank you so
You
much.
donated $4.20
That was exactly the point.
because of Borgor.
Borgor?
You've done it.
Borgor? No, Faye. No, Faye saw someone to Faye.
Don't you dare. I will not come plundering with you later.
Borgor! What happened to my number? Oh, it's okay. Faye's not getting... It may have gone up again. A few times. Because you, during yesterday's stream. Love you, enjoy your
guys.
Borgor. Oh, it's so toasty in here now because the oven's been on. Ooh, lovely. Okay. I'm gonna... I don't know. I'm trying to think how much ratio of the different cheeses do I want. Like, do I want to just do a bulk cheese for the mature cheddar? Because the mature cheddar is not like as weak. And then do like a little bit of applewood and a little bit of vintage to like boost it. Now, okay, I was gonna buy a blue cheese because Copper, another Scottish cooking streamer, said to add a blue cheese because it makes it a little bit better. But I was like, they had no, because they don't let you get like, because they no longer have someone working at the cheese counter to like cut you off a little bit, I would have had to get like a chunk of blue cheese, and I don't like blue cheese, and I would have gone to waste. So I was like, I'm not gonna get the blue cheese. So sorry, no blue cheese. I say do a mix. Applewood cheese is very oily. Okay. To what, pray tell? I cannot see it because of phone. Oh, it's £504 and 20 pence, Faye. Sorry, doubting the word of our Lady and Savior Copper. So that was me. No, I'm not doubting the word. I totally understand and agree with Copper. However, I don't really like blue cheese, and I don't want to have a bunch of blue cheese that I'm not going to use. Though, speaking of, I am just going to quickly check what we've got in terms of other cheeses. Yeah, there's like nothing. There's some white Stilton with fruits, but we're not going to do that because that won't really work. But we also have... Now, I remember Joe put these aside for me. We have the rind of the last thing of Parmesan that we used, so which was like a couple days ago. Don't worry, we haven't had it for weeks. So we're gonna put that in the milk, I think, to like just add a little bit extra cheese. Maybe I'll just dump it in the sauce and let it sit there. If you're gonna do cheese, you might as well do Stinking Bishop. No, thank you. The Wensleydale is some top tier cheese with bacon. I think I would like to try Wensleydale. I think I've probably had it once, but I've forgotten about it. Can't remember if I ever gave you that recipe I had for mealtime lasagna. If you didn't, if you have, you can send it again. It's totally fine. Go for it. If you're gonna do cheese, no, apparently the rind is really good for soup. Yeah, I've heard that as well. I've also heard it's really good for, but I'm gonna leave it, but we have another one. So when we get to that one, we'll use that one in a soup. Right. So we're gonna use up the end of this mature Cathedral City cheddar. doesn't have like a grading on it, by the way, so I don't know, because I know that sometimes these cheeses will be like 3, like it's a 3 strong cheese, but none of these say that, so I don't really know. Yeah, there's no like reference for how strong it is. Just mature, same as this one. Mature. This is just the end of this, that's why I have a second one. How cheese is it? 3 cheese. Or that French cheese that's banned from public transport. Oh yeah. That's really funny. I love that that exists. So yeah, it's really cheese time today, isn't it? That's just great, this. So this is annoyingly, because it was cheaper, I bought the lower fat version of the cheddar the first time. And that means it's probably not going to melt as well. But oh well. Cheese crommet. Why does the Ratatouille musical song keep popping into my head? Does anyone have an answer? You know when someone's serious about cheese and they have a real box grater. Thank you so much. That was it. That was what made you follow. Thank you so much, Eva Marksman, for that follow. Yeah, I got a box grater. I mean, I've got a lot of fancy equipment in my kitchen, but this is like the least fanciest thing. I guess I've had this for longer than I've been streaming, so I will take this as not a I bought this for a stream expense. Why did you think of that song? I don't know. Maru, my brain says that she doesn't know. She just does. She keeps thinking of it. Maybe it's because it was like, there was that game that we played that had a very, Leighton had a very similar tune, and it got stuck in my head, and now it's been there forever. I'm assuming that Joe is watching the Nintendo Direct, because he just shouted, yo, holy, and then bleeped himself, so he didn't... I heard it, what's up?
You know how I said I didn't have faith?
Are they doing it?
I was wrong.
Are they doing it?
Gen 4 remix, my boy.
Spoilers. Wait, which one's Gen 4?
Platinum. Time Pro.
Ooh. Pretty good choice. Discord link broke. Oh yeah, that link's old. Sorry, I need to change it. We had a bunch of trolls come through and I had to change the link and I forgot to change the one on my page. Thank you for saying that. I'm going to take a picture of your comment. They said earlier in the week. Oh, okay. Joe's excited. I'm just going to use all of this. Because there's a lot of sauce. We end up making a lot of sauce with this. So I need to make sure not to use all the milk in the fridge because I also have to make the Kraft mac and cheese. So... In fact, I'm actually going to put this cream back in the fridge because I don't trust it being out for this long. Go back in there. Okay, Google. How much time?
You've got 2 minutes and 32 seconds left.
Right. In that case, time and space. Boys! In that case, let's get the cheese out of the way. And check on that bacon. Oh no, that's too little. Too little. However, I will use this opportunity to pour in the fat to my pan. See? Big brain play right here. Leave alert while I go get some breakfast and more coffee. Okay, Dottie. Enjoy your breakfast and coffee. See you soon. Pinned you some beef chili in Discord. Nice. Thanks so much. I will definitely check that out. Because, like Joe said, he's... So, basically, for as long as me and Joe have been dating, there's been a list of things that he doesn't like to eat. So, whenever I'm doing a stream, I'm trying to pick a recipe for a stream, I'll, Okay, Google. Cancel timer. I'll finish that sentence in a second. Okay, Google. Cancel timer. she's not doing anything. Okay, Google, set me a timer for 3 minutes. Sorry, Faye.
Second timer for 3 minutes. And we're starting now.
Wait, you're dating Joe? Sorry to break it to you, Mary, but I am unfortunately dating Joe. I am taken. Anyway, ever since we started dating, there's been a list of stuff that he doesn't like, and then he started discovering he was allergic to things. So then it got the list got longer, and so whenever I was planning a stream, it was like, okay, I can't make that because he doesn't like that, and I can't make this because he doesn't like that, and I can't make that because I don't like that, because I'm also a bit fussy too. One of the things he'd always said he didn't like was curry, but then I made him Japanese curry, and he liked that. Stop! There we go, that was the first one. So now there'll be a 3 minute after this. So I made him Japanese curry, and he really liked that. So that's been ticked. And then he just said that he actually found out he liked the chili he got given by someone else. So maybe we can also get chili ticked off the list. Number one thing that he can't have, plus he doesn't like, probably avocados, maybe also lentils, because he also had a lot of lentil soup growing up, so he got sick of it. And then we discovered he's actually allergic to lentils, so he probably was sick of it as a kid, because he every time he had it, he felt really unwell, but he didn't know why. Remember to take my meds. Okay, chance I will remember that at 15%. Also, Faye, I was apologizing because I was talking to Google again, and I thought your Google might be going off. Ah, stovies, though. I love stovies. I've made stovies on the stream because people didn't know what they were, and I did a Scottish month in November last year, and we did a bunch of Scottish food. Yeah, I made stovies. I think I made stovies. I can't remember. I don't have a memory of that time. My taste buds have changed over time too. So that's the thing, like, you know how everyone's like, oh, kids are so fussy, they want their vegetables, they're just picky. Your taste buds are different when you're a child, which is why everything tastes so much worse. I didn't like broccoli when I was a kid. I only liked the tops of broccoli because I liked the texture, but I didn't like the base, like the actual trunk of the broccoli when I was younger. But I love broccoli now. It's my favorite vegetable, possibly aside from Brussels sprouts. And yeah, so it's just you do change. Echo covered it up. May had taken his mouse. Oh no, Cullen Skink is better. Changed my mind. I haven't had Cullen Skink in so long. I don't know. But maybe I'll make it. And really, see, we were actually talking about that the other day. We were mentioning how that's a symptom, and I was like, I think it changes your taste buds. But there you go, you've actually confirmed it. It does. 7-year tongue. So, as in, you only... There we go. That's the bacon. Stop! And that should be at a good level now. And I've got this here to drain off any extra fat. Let's come out. Okay, so they're not as crispy as I would normally make them if I was having like a bacon and sarnie. But we don't want them that crispy because they're going to have to go in the sauce, and we don't want them to be too crunchy in the sauce. We kind of want them to be like a nice texture. I don't know what this is. There we go. Go over take videos of eating raw onions like whole apples. I would do that. I think I would if I unfortunately if I did get it. I think I would try and make the most of it by doing things like that, being silly with it. But let's not talk about that too much. Couldn't taste at all until a few days ago, but it's not like everything's heightened. Oh wow, how long has it been like that for that long? I always hated dried fruits and still do, in particular raisins. Fun fact, my grandmother can't have dried fruits unless it's one specific fruit. I think it's pears. She can have pears for some reason, but she can't have anything else. Right, that oven can go off for now. So this is bacon fat that we are going to use to make a roux to make our sauce. Because we're going to make our cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. It's a bechamel, but then you add cheese. It's no longer bechamel. I don't remember terms of sauces and stuff. I'm pretending that I know what's going on. Pairs of what? Ho ho ho. Exactly. She can only have them if there's 2 of them at a time. Since March last year, still can't smell. Jesus. I have pears downstairs. BRB. I never eat pears. Because, I don't know, it was the only fruit my grandmother could eat. So, no wait, it wasn't dried pears, because she could eat pears, but no other fruit. But if it was dried fruit, she could only eat dried, like, prunes or something, and no other dried fruit. So she couldn't eat dried pears. It was very bizarre. I don't really know why. It was she was a strange set of taste buds. Or, I guess, IBS. Pear break. Tastes are very psychological. Eating the same thing over time changes your perception of sweet and sour. For example, if you eat fast food daily, then for 1 month you constantly eat healthy food and you go back to fast food, it can be off-putting. It's true. It's like with people who like cut out dairy for a month and they go back and they're like, oh, I get it's kind of. I mean, I've said this before on the stream. I eat cheese, obviously, but I don't drink milk. If I'm having like a coffee or something, I'll have oat milk. So whenever I do have regular milk, I'm like, this tastes slightly sour or like slightly cheesy. It's weird. Your brain's been reprogrammed again. I don't often eat fresh pears, but when I do, I wonder why I overlook them. My only time I would ever have pears was when my grandmother was over, and my dad, because my dad he's as much of a foodie as I am. He loves food, and he loves cooking and everything like that. It's where I got it from, and he would cook. He would make like a menu for them coming over, and it would always have a pear for dessert because it was like the only thing my grandmother liked, and we had like honeyed pears and stuff, and they were so good. But I don't really like regular pears. Every 2 weeks or so, our taste buds naturally expire and regenerate like any other cell in our body. Around 40 years of age, this process slows down, so while the buds continue to die off, fewer grow back. Fewer taste buds means blander taste and a different combination of activated cells. Interesting. Oat milk all the way, definitely. Oat milk is so good. Something I picked up is really creamy for some reason. I mean, is that depending on the brand, or is it just all of them are like that now for you? I'll not have something for a while and go back to it, like spice, and use up sweating even for something mild. See, I just never have spice. Maybe I should just have spice all the time, and then my body would get used to it. So, oh, what am I doing? Why am I doing that on the hob? I should be doing that on my induction hob, so you guys can see what I'm doing. What a silly woman I am sometimes. Right, get that beer out of the way. Oh, I just want to eat that cheese so much. So this is like, in here, we've just got regular, mature, basic Cathedral City cheddar. But we will add other cheddar. I'm just going to start with this, see how we're doing, and then tweak it as we go. Because that's what I do. We don't go, let's follow a recipe strictly, if it's something I've done before. Oh, it won't make it creamy, like taste creamy. Ooh, nice. Hello.
So you've got a choice to make.
Okay.
Do you want either brilliant diamond or shining pearl? The art style is interesting. It looks like a Link's Adventure. You know, the Ballad of the Wind, the remake of the Zelda game that came out for the Switch. The kind of chibi one. It's like that. It's interesting. But there's also a new game, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Set in a similar region before any other Pokemon game. It's pretty much Breath of the Wild's Pokemon, but you've got to make the first Pokedex.
You were saying you wanted to do that, have a game like that.
Yeah. Pretty good. It's pretty sweet.
Okay, you show me it later, because I want to see that. I want to see that. Right, excuse me, I'm going to mute the microphone for a second, because I need to go in the cupboard, and the cupboard is loud. For context, when I say the cupboard is loud, it's because I have to get this out from underneath a bunch of pans, and they'll go clang, 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 and they'll be really loud on my mic, so that's why I always pause it. I always mute my mic when I go get it. This is my induction hob. He's my sweet little baby. Almost bought a gas hob. I've told this story so many times. Almost bought a gas hob, and then everyone was like, don't use a gas hob inside, that's dangerous. So I didn't. I got this boy instead. Plus, you know, it's easier because I don't have to keep buying canisters of gas to keep it going. The only issue is I only have like 2 pans that work on it. But, luckily, this bad boy is one of them. Ta-da! So now we can get this sauce. Plus, it's actually so much better if I'm doing it like this, because that way I can adjust the heat much more easily. with the induction hob. So if it's cooking too fast, or I need to turn it down to like melt some more cheese, ain't no party like a carbon monoxide party, because a carbon monoxide party ends very abruptly. Dancing, I don't know why. Sorry, I muted because I was eating. So when the DJ says everybody get on the floor, no one gets back up again, is what we're saying. It's a bit dark, but it's still funny. I don't know if there's going to be enough in here fat-wise, or if I should add some butter too. Oh, that smells good. Right, let's put that down. It's going to be too hot. Oh boy, time to get hungry. You better believe it. I'm supposed to use 150 grams of butter. Yeah, let's put some butter in it. Oh, positive affirmation. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to turn off the heat on my bacon first. But first, let's get out the butter. I like that. It makes me feel good to know that in a multiverse there's an Earth where DMCA doesn't exist. Oh, okay. Right, let me just find you your positive affirmation. Give me a second. Wow. Wait, was it before or after? It was after the pancakes. So there we go. Okay. Some of these aren't really necessarily appropriate for everyone, so I'm trying to find one that makes sense for everyone. Oh, that's an interesting one. Right. Positive affirmation for you, Sky Black, is I give myself permission to make choices. I give myself permission to make choices. What does that mean? Who knows? But that's your positive affirmation of the day. Thank you very much for redeeming those points. Wrong screen. There we go. Coolio. Julio. Hello again.
Just grabbing water.
Don't forget it.
I realised I haven't drunk any water today, so...
Gotta hydrate. The chat would not be happy with you.
Hydrate, boys.
Hydrate or dihydrate, boys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you too. No! Hey, you're gonna get it stuck in my head again. Hydrate or dihydrate. Big gulps. By the way, I'd like you guys to know that every time someone redeems hydrate or dihydrate, that's not just for me, that's for you guys too. Better have some lemon in that water. I do have a frozen slice of lemon that I could put in it, but... Here we go. Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and you put it in a pancake. That's what it's gonna make, bacon pancakes. Boom, 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 boom. Make a pancake. Every time. This is what happened the last time. In the pancake stream last week. It was just... I just couldn't stop singing bacon pancakes. It got very annoying. So this is bacon fat and butter, which is what we're going to use. That's probably way less butter than they expect me to use, but I don't really... I get how much... I never use the measurements for this. I eyeball it, but then I end up having to add more. Half a cup of flour. I can judge that by eye, rather than like 200 grams. It's a bit harder. Is it bad that I just got my parents the little book of calm for their anniversary after having an argument? That's funny. That's funny. That's humorous. Right. Now that's pretty hot. Let's add some flour. I know, it's so good. Like, sometimes when I hear the actual bacon pancakes, I'm like, this isn't nearly as good without the New York in the background. That's probably about half a cup, possibly actually too much. There we go, that's fine. Right. While that browns up. Golden brown. Texture like sun. I'm gonna get out the milk. And the cream. I think the cream goes in now. I will check. Lay me down, where's my mind to run? That's not the words. I really don't care. Oh no, the beer goes in next. Where is the beer? It's over there. And it also just knocked over my Kraft. Excuse you. Falling over. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba. Oh, it's stuck in my head. Keep doing this to myself. Bum 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 ba-dum 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 bum 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 bum. Innocent gun. Look at that smoke. You can't see it. Promise there was smoke on it. Gonna have to believe me. Who looked at this and said, yes, this works. Probably a musician who went, hold on, this is the same rhythm. Or they were listening to it just before they saw the clip and they were like, perfect. Some cream, me a row for mac and cheese. Ba-da-ba. I don't like Innocent Gun. I will drink a little bit just to make you guys happy, but I don't like beer. I'm not a beer girl. I am a cocktails and cider kind of girl. I do appreciate like the flavor notes of beer and stuff like that. Like if someone gave me a beer, I could be like, oh yeah, this does taste like, it does taste citrusy or does taste hoppy or whatever, but I'm not a big fan. Though I will say, as beers go, that's not bad. That's a good one. But I wouldn't drink it as my drink of choice, you know? Bum 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 ba-dum 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 ba-dum. So we add the flour, cook for 1 minute before adding in the beer while whisking. I'm not using a whisk, but hopefully that's okay. I will turn off the heat actually, because if I don't, it will just curl, it will just like lump. When all the beer has been incorporated, add the milk and the cream and mix until it's smooth. Then add the cheese. And that's done, really, which means I need to start the pasta. But what I'm going to do... So I'm going to decide which measuring jug I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to measure out the amount of beer that I need. It's 330 milliliters, which I think is in... Oh no, it's all of this. Oh, I told Joe I'd have some left for him. Oh, now I feel bad. I'll just do a little bit less. I'll leave a little bit in the bottom. I think it's because I normally get the big bottle, and I only got the little bottle. Never a frown with Gordon. No, not Gordon Brown. That's a whole different thing. You know, I haven't actually had any caffeine today, by the way, guys. I've barely had any food either, but that's not the point. It's you guys, you are my caffeine. Oh, so sweet. I don't even have my iron. Why have I not had my iron yet? I really should have had that by now. I'll go and get some in a minute. Right. I was kind of hoping to get this, like, toasty brown, but I think my heat's too low. Let's turn it up a little bit. Hello, Brandy! I'm in the kitchen! Look! I'm making food! We're making beer and bacon macaroni cheese. You're just in time to come and join us. It's gonna be great, but I'm also gonna make Kraft mac and cheese too, to test out. If any of my mods are in the chat, can we have a shout out for Brandy, please? So addicted to Diet Coke. If I should cut it out. I mean, maybe try and wean yourself off? Like, how much do you mean by addicted? Like, how addicted? Just like you have one a day, or... Speaking of, I have a black cherry soda that I might crack open later, because that stuff is so good. So... Here's a tip for you, Brandy. I used the fat from the bacon to start the roux for the sauce. So there's so this is bacon, fat, butter, and flour. Like 8 cans a day. Oh my goodness, that's quite a lot. I mean, everyone's different in motivation. If you want to cut it out, I don't know what particularly will motivate you, but maybe like spending the money on like something else, like chocolate bar, if you like don't buy as many cans or something. Keep a jar of it. I think I have a jar of like, yeah, I have a jar of leftover bacon fat in there, but I don't know how good it is. Right, I'm gonna say it's not really toasting up the way I want it to, but I don't know if it's supposed to because the recipe doesn't mention that. But what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna get this bacon out of the way, and I'm gonna start the pasta on the back. Actually, I don't need to yet, but I could probably get the water going, because if I don't, the pasta's gonna take forever. We're kind of almost at a stopping point, but not really, because I've got to add lots of cheese. The pasta I think takes 3 minutes. If you've just joined us, this is actually fresh pasta, which I got at the shops. It's fresh egg pasta, and it's gonna take 3 minutes. Oh, I can freeze it. Oh, that's pretty neat. It's gonna take 3 minutes to cook, so I'm kind of just like leaving it. It doesn't really matter, because the sauce is gonna take longer than that. And we've got bacon, we've got 3 different cheeses. It's all very exciting. It's all very, very exciting. And we've got smoked sausage to put in the Kraft mac and cheese as well. It's a whole time. It's a whole adventure today. And we have Innocent Gun beer, which we're about to pour in here to make the beer part. But I'm gonna use a little bit less than the recipe says, because I said to Joe that he'd have some beer left over, and this is the whole bottle, so very exciting. And then when we've done that, we're gonna make the Kraft mac and cheese, and we're gonna make the Kraft mac and cheese with some smoked sausage. I'm gonna have a really short stream today. Guys, you need to distract me. Talk about stuff so I go on a tangent for 25 minutes, please. Otherwise the stream's gonna be too short. You know what I'll do? I'll go in while we're waiting on something, I'll go and get a drink, and then we can... Not a drink. Though I do have a cocktail, I could have a drink. Maybe not yet. Maybe once it's hit 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay. I think I'm gonna turn that off. I don't really want to do it while it's too hot, because I don't want the beer to just, like, burn. So, yay, drinking. Day drinking, even. Day drinking. I've got... Hold on, where did I put it? Oh, it's right at the back. Ah! Oh my god. My shelf broke. My shelf in my fridge just broke. Oh my god, what do I do? Ah! I mean, it's fine enough, like it's being held up by about the rest of the shelf, but like the little tabs that hold it on the side are starting to like snap. Oh my god. That's just gonna go crack and just destroy everything in my fridge. I'm gonna move that bowl, because that's the first thing that's gonna just be destroyed. Everything else will probably be fine if it falls. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I'll have to get that sorted. I've returned, got some bagel and home fries, Carb City. That sounds amazing. I love bagels. This is what I was gonna say I have as a drink, because I'm classy. I have a canned cocktail. I got one a couple of weeks ago, just kind of like I just kind of fancy something, because Joe's getting himself lots of beers, so I'm gonna get myself something. And then I tried it, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. So now I have 2, and I also got the same brand of strawberry daiquiri and a bramble. But this one's really good. It's peach juice, sugar syrup, and natural flavors with fruit, alcohol, and white rum. And that's the most I've got in terms of ingredients. It doesn't actually say. And it's 4% volume. But I'm going to put it back in for now, because it's not early enough to start drinking, and I'm not hydrated enough. And I probably haven't eaten enough, and it'll just go straight to my head, and I'll get all giggly. Slam it. I'll do what's the thing where you like pierce it and then drink it really fast, because then it like stops the air bubbles. I've never done that. I'm not really a big person in terms of a big person in terms of alcohol. That's not a sentence. I had to head to the store. I want to be lazy, but I cannot. Are you streaming today? Drunk stream. Maybe next Thursday we'll do a drunk stream. Shotgunning, that's what it's called. Right, now it's cooled down a bit. I think I can add the beer. So like I said, if you want to make this... Oh no, it's doing the thing. Quick, add it all. If you want to make this, please... use a fairly decent quality beer. It doesn't have to be a craft beer or anything like that, but just don't use like a really, really cheap titty. Obviously, you do you. Like, if you want to use it, I'm not gonna break down your door. Oh, look at that. Look at that lovely beer flour sludge. Let's make this into a beer bread. You know what? I kind of want to make beer bread one day. I've never made it. It's okay to be small and drunk. Brandy knows. I only had one. This gaming one and a mini one. Oh, what are you playing? I get similar ones from Asda sometimes. My favorite is the Woo Woo or Mojito. They didn't have Woo Woo. I don't really like mojito very much, but I think that's because it's a lot of mint, and I'm not really a big mint person. I like mint chocolate, but I don't want to have mint, like, on its own. This looks like I'm trying to make a choux pastry. Like, look at that. That looks like choux pastry dough. Right, that is, very thick. Maybe I added too much flour. Anyway, that is the beer in. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more. But I'm gonna leave that bit for Joe, because I said I'd leave him some. So, there we go. Oh no, I totally get that, Brandy. I'm not judging you at all. No, absolutely no judgment here. For anything. There you go. I forgot. I don't know if someone did that or not, but I'll do it now because I've stopped stirring for a second. So now we're gonna add the milk. Maybe it's because it's getting cold. Add the cream and the milk. So the milk is 250 milliliters, so I will actually get out my measuring thing. But I need to be careful because I still need some milk for the Kraft stuff. There we go. Whee! Not today. You're so welcome. Right. Now that is going to be very cold because that's been not long out of the fridge, so it's going to take a little bit of mixing to get that to stop being lumpy, but we should be fine. There we go. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's still very thick. This sauce. I don't think it's supposed to be this thick. It says it's supposed to be the consistency of shop-bought custard, but I haven't had shop-bought custard since I was tiny, so I don't remember the consistency. I don't like custard, so I have my own custard. I can check, but wow, look at that. Wish I could stay, but I cannot. I hope you take pics of the food. I will definitely take pics and I'll put them on Twitter. Hope you have a wonderful day and your wonderful chat as well. Thank you so much, Brandy. I hope you have a good day and I hope your gaming stream goes well. I'll try and catch it if I've got any energy after this stream. It's lovely to see you. Have a good day. Good luck with your shopping, which I think is where you're going. Now, I am supposed to add cream, but I'm now thinking I might want to save that for the special macaroni and cheese. I also had it out for a little while, so now I'm worried about it being off. Nah, it tastes fine. This whole thing is supposed to go in, so I'm going to do a little bit, but then do the rest with milk. Because I want to save this for making the super fancy Kraft mac and cheese. Okay, so now that's probably enough actually. No, I'll do a little bit more just to get the liquid levels right. That's probably enough. I do have more milk, but I just don't want to use all of it. So there we go. That is our sauce. Needs to be the consistency of shop bought custard. Oh, this is interesting. In the recipe, I don't think I've ever noticed this bit before. It says, if you need to add more liquid, I usually add more milk, but you could add chicken stock if you prefer. I think that's interesting. Smoked paprika and nutmeg. Stir until all the cheese is melted. I'm gonna need, I'm gonna be thick. It's quite thin, and that's because I added milk, not cream. So I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit so the flour can thicken it up a bit more. Make sure I've not got any bits at the bottom or in the edges. And then I'm gonna go get all the seasoning that we need. So we're needing fresh nutmeg and paprika. Obviously you can use ground nutmeg if you have it instead. But I have fresh nutmeg because Joe loves the stuff. And we have paprika. I wonder where... Okay, do you guys know anywhere I can get Hungarian paprika? Like, as in the shops rather than having to go online and order it? Because I'm supposed to need it for the vegan turkey. But I don't know where to get it. Other than ordering it online. I mean, can I just use regular paprika? Will it really make that much of a difference? Probably not, but I think if I could find it. So I gave Echo salmon treats that he didn't get at Christmas, and May doesn't like them, but Echo is now screeching for more. Never give cats treats. It's like children. Never give them tasty food. I'm joking, by the way. I don't mean that. Of course, give your cats treats. What a silly thing to say. Sorry, I'm trying to make a little bit of space for this bowl. I don't want it to get crushed. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm gonna take that yogurt off. That's probably gonna help with the weight. That's really scary. I don't like it. Alright, how's this going? He craves the salmon. Oh, I love salmon skin. I also love seaweed crisps. So good. Heard it here, kids. Lara said you don't get any treats. You get treats when you've done your chores. I took pics and vids of Miss Brisby being an absolute queen. Yes. Right, paprika. Pinch. No? How much paprika? 1 teaspoon. Who has measuring spoons? Not me. No! Echo not coming to visit because I'm saying no salmon treats. Season to taste. All the paprika. And then it's pinch of freshly grated nutmeg. I don't know how. I'm just gonna do a little bit. Joe really likes nutmeg. I don't like it that much, so if I put in too much, Joe will eat it, but I won't. But I think we just do like a little bit. No! I've disappointed Echo. That's probably enough, right? It's probably a decent amount of nutmeg. I'll leave that there in case I need it again. I love... Look how pretty it is. It's such a pretty thing. Right. That smells so nutmeggy, but hopefully it'll be fine once the cheese is in. Do we do salt, pepper? Yes. Good. I thought I was going to say no salt or pepper. I was going to be like, excuse you. Who are you? Hello. I don't know what happened there. Do you know what happened? So welcome back. Everything on my computer disconnected at the same time. I assumed when I heard the sound that my microphone had stopped working, so I didn't even come to check. I just went and put new batteries in, and then I got back to the computer and you guys were all like, everything's frozen. I was like, oh no. So I don't know if my camera glitching was like it trying to tell me something was wrong, but everything disconnected at the same time, including my Bluetooth, and then nothing would reconnect. So everything was plugged in still, obviously. I unplugged everything and plugged it all back in again, see if that helped. My Stream Deck was getting power because it was lighting up, but it wasn't like registering that it was plugged. Do you know what I mean? Like it was getting power, but my computer wasn't registering it was there, and therefore it didn't have any of the buttons and stuff set up on it. It was just lit up. And my microphone wasn't even getting power, so basically, yeah, we are live and nearly at 5. It's nearly time to get my cocktail out. I'm actually going to take these off for now. Oh, it's still glitching. Great. It might happen again. Who knows? I'm going to take these off because my head's starting to really hurt. But yeah, things are not going so well. The actual food itself is going okay, but I don't know what happened. The main thing that threw me off was, okay, fair enough, maybe something about the USB connecting ports have all disconnected at the same time because something's happened internally. But my Bluetooth is also turned off because I have a Bluetooth mouse. My Bluetooth was also turned off, and it wouldn't turn on again. Like, you know how normally if you go to the Bluetooth settings, there's like a little slider that's like on off or like a button or something? Nothing. There was no option to turn it back on again. It was just off. And I was like, what? So, that was a wild ride of a food titled Candy Caramel Cheeto. Oh, no, what? Also, I'm going to go back up because I've been missing stuff while I was sorting stuff out. Rolling up, making my throat itch. So how oats and almonds are milked. Please don't lactate. Okay, that's really cute. Anyway, let's continue with what we're doing because the sauce actually got almost burnt while I was trying to work out what was going on with my mic, but luckily I managed to salvage it, and it is now a nice thick sauce. Look at that. It's lovely. Like, that is a thick sauce, but there's no cheese in it yet, so it literally just tastes of milk and flour and nutmeg. So we're gonna add salt and pep, and then we're gonna start adding the cheeses. So I also realized that I was like, guys, say something to distract me, so it takes me an extra hour to do the stream. Do you know who heard me and decided to distract me? My computer disconnecting. Fun times. Anyway, I'm gonna put this. I can't put this milk away. So also while I was gone, I informed Joe about our problem with the fridge, and he came in and went, "Oh, there's not really much we can do." I really don't want to lose a shelf of my fridge, but there's not a lot we can do about it right now. Unless we can order a spare part. But I don't know if they still make parts for that fridge, because it's an old fridge. Faye, hello, I am also back. Right, we can always add more salt and pepper later, I don't want to overwhelm it. But what I am going to do is chuck in the cheese. So, if you're keeping track, this is... Borgor's been obtained, don't tell my goose, he'll get jealous. This is just regular, mature Cathedral City cheddar that's going in right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the heat really low under this because I don't want to burn the sauce. I'm going to mix that in. Until it melts. Well, he sneaks in while no one is looking. Oh, sorry, no one's looking. We're not looking at you. In the name of Chef John Guy Pepper. I suggest getting a fridge from Gumtree. I have so many fridges for you. Well, the thing is that's not my fridge. That's owned by, I rent this flat. That is owned by the landlord. And I can't really replace it because and the letting agency aren't going to replace it because one shelf is broken. But I don't know how to get a single shelf. And I don't really have, there's so much stuff, there's a lot of stuff in my fridge right now, and I am not really able to just, not have a shelf. If that makes sense. No, Beth, you didn't notice. He snuck in, like a sneaky, sketchy thing. Hello, Sketchy, how are you doing? Are you lurking and working? Shouldn't your land replace it then? They won't replace the whole thing. That's the thing, is the bottom shelf, not the bottom shelf, sorry, the freezer, while this melts down, I'll tell you the story, it's not very exciting though. The freezer, the top shelf of the freezer, it's like the ones where it has like a little door rather than a drawer. It might have a drawer actually, I'm not sure. It didn't come with one, so either the drawer's missing or the doors come off. And we told them when we moved in, we were like, oh, it's missing a door, and they went, oh well, you just use it without it. That was it. You wanna see the fridge? You wanna know the truth? There was never a fridge. Fridge stream. God, it's not Reddit, guys. Thank you so much for that follow. Orion Cooks, welcome. Thank you. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're making macaroni cheese. What?
Let's keep this rounded. Nice and rounded. I have obtained the
Faye, I swear to
Shaxburger.
God. Faye, I swear to God. Stop. Good, I'm glad you got the Shaxburger. Which one did you get? Tell me. Tell me everything. I know all of their burgers. I don't know all of their burgers. The kitties, sorry, yes, it's not Faye. It's Faye, Echo, and May. I forget, of course. Which one? No. Oh, the Shacks. Yes. Every time this happens, Beth's like, wait, another person? Another person who lives local? I'm like, yep. I'm not actually gonna, I feel like I shouldn't grate this because it's too squidgy. But let's have a little tasty taste of the sauce. Because this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna tweak it, and I recommend you do the same. If you're making something like this, just wait and taste it. Oh, thank you, Oren. Yeah, that's not nearly cheesy enough. That just tastes like beer and flour. So we're gonna add some cheese. I'm gonna up it with the vintage cheddar. If you're just joining us for the second half of today's stream, it's an 18-month vintage cheddar. Matured for up to 18 months in wooden boxes. West Country milk. Made by Barbers, the oldest cheddar makers in the UK. The 420 joke is done. I knew. I see you turn off and get sad. Excuse me, hold on. I had something stuck in my throat. Or not stuck in my throat, but I had like a bubble. I think stronger cheese is the way to go. I agree. I wanted to have like a base cheese to go in. So we could always bulk it out with that, but we do need strong cheddar. So here we go. I'm just gonna, I should probably try and grate it, but I think it's just gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna chop it into cubes. This stuff is good. In fact, I'll crumble it, that'll be easier. May I ask about the mic audio setup? Of course you can, that's totally fine. Sorry to bore anyone who knows it already, but I will do this again. So my audio setup is very simple. It is Samsung PXD1. They don't make this one anymore, but they make similar ones. It's not Samsung, it's Samsung. It's a little USB, it's battery powered. It's a USB mic box. And there's a little, I can't show you it because it's connected to my laptop, but it's a little USB receiver. And then this is just a face microphone that plugs in. And you can get it with it, or you can buy it separately. I got it from a website called Gear for Music, but they don't make this specific box anymore. They probably make a newer version, but it's the same brand. That's your answer. You're totally welcome. Someone else asked me the exact same question the other day, so I was like, I know what you want to know. I've had a whole range of... Oh my goodness! Cakery, hello! Don't mind me, I'm breaking up some cheese. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and read. Thank you so much for that raid. What were you doing today? It's lovely to see you. Welcome in if you're new here, if you've never been here before. My name is Lara. I'm making macaroni cheese with beer and bacon in it because I am a fancy man. And we're gonna compare it to some box cheese and some box cheese with extras. Okay. Thank you so much for that follow, Rushkeeper. Hello, welcome in. Can we have, I don't think I actually have any mods in right now, so I'll do the shout out for Cakery Cat. It is lovely to see you. Let's go back up because I've got a lot of messages before the raid came in. Cheese summons me. I think strong cheese is the way to go. I heard there was cheese. There is cheese. I'll show you the cheeses in a second. I lived for 4 years and I forever get, and I'm so surprised. I don't know how many people outside of work. Ah, I see. Yeah, it's just because most of the people who are local who are in the chat are people who I know in outside of streaming, or know Joe outside of streaming and have come over to hang out. But then they stick around, so I guess that means something. I heard cheese and local peeps. Oh my god, even more of you. I carry my cats in a cat backpack and have leashes to them, so if you ever see me, you're welcome to come say hi. If you ever see someone with a cat backpack, I've decided to treat myself a little bit because I'm getting some extra money. I have a new instrument. Oh, nice! Gear for Music is pretty good. It is. I would recommend it. They were really nice. I broke my mic clip when I used to have a lapel mic. I broke the mic clip. And I was like, do you guys have any spare? And they were like, we'll see if we can find you one, but we'll be able to get it to you for ages because everything's, like, importing's difficult. And I was like, it's okay, it's no rush, but thank you. They ended up not being able to get me it, but I got a new mic anyway, so it's fine. Cheese addict. No way, Brewdog have their own popcorn? I didn't know that. Brewdog Madras curry with black onion, seed, and lime popcorn. Fancy. That sounds really good. I am a fancy lad. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to quickly read through the chat because I've missed some stuff. Echo is 8 months old, loves the bubble, he sleeps in it. I'm lurking a bit while I finish work. Totally understandable. Oh, hi. Yeah, things died, but I'm back now. So a cat pack, if you will. I always laugh at those backpacks because the image I see of someone wearing them is a passion sight. Yeah, exactly. The cats are always like, why am I in here? Right. So the cheeses. We've got in here so far, we have just regular Cathedral City mature cheddar, because that's like our base cheese. And then we've got, I haven't put this in yet, but we have Applewood smoked cheese and we have a 18-month vintage mature cheddar, which I've just added and then dropped half of on the floor. It's okay. I just cleaned, so everything's fine. Plus it's just me eating it. I say it's fine, it's got fluff on it. I'm eating it, it's expensive. 18 months mature cheddar that I've just added a little bit of, but it's probably not enough. So I'm gonna, while I rinse the cheese. 5-second rule, exactly. There we go, I've rinsed the cheese. Bit weird. And then we have a Parmigiano Reggiano to go on the top, which we're gonna do, the topping is gonna be bacon crumb, because I overcooked one of the little sets of bacon. We're gonna do bacon, breadcrumbs, parmesan, and a little bit of pre-grated manchego, which I still had in the fridge. So we're doing a whole thing, and we're gonna use fresh pasta, because I bought some fresh pasta from Tesco, as in egg pasta, not dried stuff. And we're gonna make it really fancy. It's gonna be really good. And then we're gonna make the Kraft mac and cheese, and then we're gonna make a Kraft mac and cheese with smoked sausage and cream and all sorts of stuff to upgrade it, basically. But now I'm gonna taste this. Now I've added more cheese. Stream audio just synced up on mine and best devices, so now it sounds like you're coming to us. Coming to you live from a railway station PA system. Happy Friday, Cakery. How are you doing? It's lovely to see you. But yeah, I have a tenor sax. Interesting. What as we used to say in Scotland as a kid, God before the devil, if you could pick up food before finishing it, that was fine. Finishing that, it was fine. Interesting! I've never heard that before. That's a intriguing phrase. So yeah. I also bought good quality bacon for this. Normally I just use whatever I can get. It still just tastes like flour. We need to add more cheese. We're gonna add some smoky cheese now, because this stuff is so creamy, like... That's ridiculous. Bloop. Bloop. You should make mac and cheese. Everyone make mac and cheese tonight. Even if you're just making Kraft mac and cheese. Like I said, no shame. No shame in making Kraft mac and cheese. You know what? I can actually cut this one. It's squidgy, but it's not squidgy enough. Let's just cut that up into little cubes. I've got this on a very, very low heat, so this just melts nicely. But I want this to taste like cheese, not flour. So... Oh yeah, how's your baking going? I remember you said you were going to do some baking. Your lemon and lime drizzle cake and maybe a fudge thing, was that it? You know what Fridays are? It's curry night, right? I don't know what I just chucked in. I thought it was cheese, but I don't know what kind of cheese it was. Oh well, hopefully it was edible, whatever it was. Why are you beeping? No! I accidentally hit the max button when I was stirring that. No, there's a pan on you. Don't you start messing up now. There we go. Fajita night. Ooh. Have some mature cheddar in the fridge and I can mix in some Edam. Yes. How mature is your mature cheddar? Alex got me calico, so I got distracted. Good. I think we're gonna play calico next Thursday again, because it was just kind of mad. It was a good time. Making chicken rendang tonight. Interesting. I think I might just end up adding like all of this to try and make it strong, because I'm barely adding anything each time. You know what? Let's just crumble this whole thing in. No, it's work tonight. Boo. Well, I hope you have some tasty food at some point, even if it's after work. I think I've had a mature cheddar. I think 18 months might be the longest I've had a mature cheddar. I love mature cheddar. Eeh. I also in calico. Fluffy bowl of cheese. Yes. And then put the fluffy bowl of cheese in the mac and cheese. Or is the fluffy bowl of cheese coming from the mac and cheese? So, yeah, let me show you guys the bacon. So, it was supposed to look like this. This is how cooked it was supposed to be because it's going in the sauce. And I wanted to have a bit of bite, but not be like, you know, in the sauce because that's a bit distracting. But then my timer went off and I didn't notice. So we have very, very cooked bacon, which is going to be the crumb for the top of the baked part of the mac and cheese, which I'm now going to put aside. And I don't think I need this tray again, so I'll just put this back in the oven for now. We also used the bacon fat to cook the roux for the mac and cheese. So like it was like 50-50 butter and bacon fat for the roux, just so you know if you want inspiration. It's had mac and cheese that came from hell. One time I was doing some electrical work in a new housing area for new builds and a little burger van saw mac and cheese. It was literally cooked macaroni with shredded cheese on top. Actually, no, I've had that before. It wasn't macaroni, it was just pasta. You know how you cook pasta in water with enough salt to taste like the sea? They cooked it with 10 times that amount. That is upsetting. I agree, Ego. I'm down for a spice rack local meet when lockdowns are over. Could you imagine? I'll be like, guys, let's go, let's hang out. And you get, because I think everyone who has said that they are local, I know in real life. But you guys don't know each other, so this will be interesting. I'll bring macaroni and cheese for everyone. So this is the part where I just like to take my time, and ooh, it's starting to smell quite smoky. And just like taste it, see if I need to add more cheese. As Copper says, if you add blue cheese, it's supposed to like really boost it, but... Ooh. Oh my god, that's so strong. That's a little too strong, actually. I think about how certain people don't deserve the gift that is pasta. I shall supply cat. I love it. I think I might put in too much mature, but I'm going to put in a little bit more smoked. So we are going to add bacon, so that's going to take some of the flavor, which is good. That needs to be smaller. Chuck in that smoked cheese. So Tesco are doing like a 3 for, I think it's 3 for £10. For their cheese, most of their cheeses at their cheese counter, which is why I got 3. One being Parmesan. Oh, I forgot to add I almost forgot to add the rind. Bloop. That is the rind from the last Parmesan we had. And I'm just gonna leave that in there until we are about to serve. Try to remember to take it out. And that'll give it a little bit more. Like a bingo hole. Too much for sure. So you'll bring cat, and Beth will bring dog, and I'll bring food, and that sounds like a good trade-off, honestly. Oh, whew, that is a strong mac and cheese, guys. Don't add that much mature cheddar. Oh, a labradoodle. Wonderful. Perfect. Combo. Look at that. It's like a little too... Oh yeah, it's a little too sharp. I think we need something, something sweeter to take the edge off. Maybe I should put more cream in it. I'm thinking of adding a bit of paprika. The bacon is unsmoked, so... It's okay if I add a bit more smoke. Hello, Pabsy! It's good to see you. How are you doing? Welcome to the macaroni cheese. Yeah, I've got... I mean, it's not sweet paprika, it's smoked paprika, but still, I think that might help a little bit. maybe some pepper. It's a bit much. I added a bit too much mature. I went a bit overboard. I'm so glad you're doing well. Welcome to the macaroni cheese stream, where I'm trying to get the balance right. That is good. That is smoky. Still a little bit too much tang from the mature cheddar, and I like tang, but you know what? It might be fine once we have the bacon in it. It might be okay. So let's bacon. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to break you up. No, I know you're upset. You're upset with me, I understand, but still. Cathedral mature cheddar. We've got Cathedral City mature cheddar as the base cheese. Then we added vintage 18-month cheddar and smoked applewood cheddar. I added a bit, no, smoked applewood, is it cheddar? Yes, it is. But I added a little bit too much of the vintage cheddar, I think. The nutmeg is already in there, but I might add some more. Maybe add more pepper to reduce tang. You can thin it down with a drop of milk if you're going to bake it. Yes, I think it's a good idea. Yeah. I think we are definitely going to bake it. I think adding a little bit more milk is probably going to be a good idea. We're just adding the bacon now. Don't let me forget to take out the parmesan. We are baking it, don't worry. We're doing a bacon crumb. In fact, I should probably get the pasta started once I've done this bacon. I'm just tearing it with my hands. Bit more pepper and some more milk. I think that's a good shout. The nutmeg's already in there, but we will... I'm just going to eat this. I'm adding grated cheese. We're doing parmesan, a little bit of manchego, a little bit of cheddar, and some bacon crumb as well. So like the crispy bacon that I made. And I'm saving the crispiest bits of these bits because they're just crumbling, and I want to add that to the top. And the breadcrumbs, yes, there are breadcrumbs too. Don't worry, Pabsy, I got you. I'm trying to eat the fattiest bits because I don't want to just find a bit of fat in my mac and cheese, because I don't think it's gonna like dissolve. But this is unsmoked bacon rashers, Tesco finest. Remember what I was saying with sauces? Sugar or salt would help. Salt? Sugar might help, actually. I was thinking I need something a bit sweeter. But before we do anything else, I'm going to quickly get my my water boiling for my pasta. The pasta's only going to take 3 minutes, but I might as well get it started now. Pop the kettle on. Anyone want a cuppa? I'm so weak. I can't, like, carry a kettle with one hand. Yes, you're right, bacon might help with the salt. Yes, go check if you've got breadcrumbs. There's, like, no bacon in here. I might need to add some of the crispier stuff, because it's, like, disappearing. What am I doing? I'm getting salt for the pan. Salt for the water. Put cat pics. Oh no. Don't tell me that. Okay. I'll be distracted and my bacon will... everything will burn. Oh! Oh, those are cute. I love that hat. And that little pin. Oh, that's really adorable. I like that. Oh! May and Echo. May's so cute! Oh no, don't do this. I will end up just squeeing over your cats and not getting on with my cooking. Alright, let's have a taste. I think I might actually add some sugar. Not much though, just a little bit. Because it's a tad too tangy. But you do taste the smokiness of this applewood, which I thought might just get completely demolished I think I'm gonna get I'm gonna get one more piece of bacon from over here and mix this in because it's not gonna really. There's not gonna be enough bacon to taste. Just a little bit, like a spoonful. Oh, an objection. Objection! What? Why are you objecting? Are you telling me that more bacon? Is that the objection, that there should be more bacon, or that there is too much bacon? Oh, that's so much better. That is so much better with that little bit of sugar. That's really don't want to put too much salt in because of the bacon, but that's really bumped that up. That is strong from the vintage cheddar, but not so strong that you're like, eh. At least I'm not. I really like strong cheddar though, so. I'm actually going to turn the oven on. That's how ready I am to get this bake this in the oven. Now this pasta says it's going to take 3 minutes because it's fresh. So we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna follow the instructions on the packet. And I got a runny nose. Because forget about using the oven or blender for something I have in a jar. Exactly, that makes sense. I might still add a little bit of milk, just to tone it down a little bit, especially because it's going in the oven. It is a nice, thick, creamy cheese, but I think it needs a little bit more milk. Probably just blanch and go. I probably could, but I don't want to risk that. Is my parmesan getting stuck to the bottom? I think it is. Alright, we're just going to leave this for as long as we can on a low heat to keep it warm, keep that parmesan doing its thing, but we're going to, you know what, I'm going to get Joe's opinion, because I think that's really nice, but I don't want to make it too strong for him, because he's not a big fan of mature cheddar as I am. Oh, it's my shoelace. I was wondering what was, like, making so much noise as I walked around. Man, I love cheese. Me too. That tastes like mac and cheese. That tastes like... That mouthful I got there was like... a little bit floury, you know? Ooh! Hello, I asked you through and then I got spooked. I would like you to taste the sauce. Here's a spoon.
What sauce is this?
This is the proper sauce. This is the beer and bacon. It was a bit too strong, so I want you to tell me if I've fixed it. I added a lot of cheese, and then I went, oops. Is that good? Is it too strong? I was going to add a bit more nutmeg.
It needs more cheese.
More cheese?
All I'm getting is beer. Which is not a bad
Maybe
thing.
that's the maybe it's not the cheese that was making me go, ugh. Maybe it was the beer. Maybe I just misunderstood.
Take a spoonful of that.
Yeah?
Take a taste.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. I'm intrigued to see what he's gonna do.
Take it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Close your eyes.
Yep. What am I doing?
Smell
It smells like nail varnish. What is it?
it. It's the Jack Daniels.
Oh.
It's the whiskey.
Well, there is
That's
actually...
It's the whiskey taste you're getting from the beer.
Yeah, that's what it is, guys. It's not the cheese. It's not the cheese. You know how I was like, there's too much cheese? It's definitely this. I didn't put all of it in, even though I was supposed to, so you had a bit left for you. After you mentioned cheese, staring at the website for the cheesery. Yes! See, I knew calling you in would be a good idea. I knew calling you in would be a good idea, because I knew you'd be able to help. So, do you think more cheese? Like
Yeah, more
applewood?
cheese. More applewood, I think.
Yeah.
Faye, I will be on as soon as I'm almost done. I'm almost done working.
Yeah, I keep calling him through though, to be fair. I keep distracting him. Don't give our boat driver alcohol.
Yeah.
It's
the
original.
instant gun,
Original.
Eagle Bun. The best one was the blonde, but they stopped doing the blonde in like 2014, and I don't know why.
Okay,
it was their best one.
We're not getting that pasta ready yet because we don't need it. So we're still tweaking.
Yeah. I need to finish my work, which won't take too long. It's just more paragraphs I need to write, and then I need to have a shower because I haven't had one today.
I've lost the rind.
The Manchego rind.
The rind that you left for me, the Parmesan rind.
No, it was Manchego rind.
Oh, I used the Parmesan rind. Oh well, we have more
The
Parmesan.
big one.
Yeah, there wasn't anything left on it. The one in here,
Oh.
there was nothing left on it anyway. Ah, cool, we got more rind, guys.
They did a beer called the Scubs, which tasted like the blood. Did they?
Oh,
Yes.
that was loud. Spooked
Send me
me.
a link to that, mate. Send me a link.
Okay, go and do your work. I'm sorry for distracting you. Thank you for your help. So, scrubs. So, we've got a lot of rind in here now, so we have to be careful not to keep that in it. But Joe says it just tastes like beer, which is why it was so sharp for me, because I don't like beer. It does taste cheesy to me, but not enough. So, we're going to add more applewood, which is the smoked one. This is how you do it. This is how you make mac and cheese. Unless you have a tried and tested recipe, I always do this. I'm always like, needs more cheese, needs more cheese, needs more cheese, more cheese, more cheese. I could add Parmesan, which would obviously bump it up quite a lot. But I'd like to have it be a bit more subtle. It was left in barrels during the first lockdown and they released... Ah, wow, that's awesome. It's like Brewdog did something like that. They, not to NHS workers, but I know that they did a bunch of limited edition things for their workers to say thank you. Wait, was that Brewdog? No, you're talking about Innocent Gun. Boop, boop, boop. I got confused. I was like, my brain. Right, that's a lot of smoked cheese. So we just added, for those who didn't understand what was going on, it's the rind of the last Manchego that we bought, because Joe really likes Manchego, which is why we've got more. That's what this is. So we've got that in there. We've also got a Parmesan rind that I now can't find. That's probably got stuck to the bottom or something. But I will try and find it when we mix everything together. Unless it's completely melted. There it is. Found it. I'm going to take it out while I've still got it here. I can't get it out. It's too stuck. Innisgun, we can continue most of my favorite ones. Oh no, that sucks. Which ones were your favorites? Like, look at the state of this sauce. Look at it. I just want to drink it, but it's going to be better with pasta, so I won't. And now it's got that smoked applewood in it. That is better. Oh, that is so much better, but I'm going to add a little bit more. Maybe add a bit more vintage? A bit more vintage. Now that I know I wasn't adding too much vintage and it was actually just the beer that was giving me the book. So, for those who didn't know, who weren't here when we were talking about it, Copper, another Scottish cooking streamer, suggested that, I can't remember who it was to, but someone, that they told me, that she suggested making a cheese board macaroni and cheese. So you basically have a cheese board, like you would normally have a cheese board, and then you just take everything on the cheese board and put it in the cheese sauce, which sounds amazing. Apparently they do them. Yay! Oh, that's good. I'm so glad they still do them. That means you can have your favorites again. Now, since we're talking about beer, and it's hit 5 o'clock, should I get my cocktail? Shall I have my cocktail? Or should I save it and not have it today? Dottie says cocktail time. And hopefully they no longer just tell you what they are. OMG, it's Friday! It's Friday, it's 5 o'clock. Let's have a cocktail. I'm just gonna drink it from the can. I'm not a fancy lady. Like I've said before, if you have a Tesco near you, please get the Peachy Punch. It's rum based. If you don't, I don't really like rum, but it's really nice. It's white rum based. It's beer and bad movie night. Oh, that sounds so fun. I've been trying. Me and my friends used to watch bad movies every month, and I've been thinking about instigating it on Discord with the same group of people, but I don't know why I was expecting that to taste like Monster. Yum. But I keep forgetting to ask them. So, also that's a good palate cleanser. So now I'm not. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be able to taste nothing but cheese. I think we actually might be good. We might be Gucci, guys. That is still very strong with beer. And I put less beer than I was supposed to, so that's saying something. There's a punch monster flavor. What color is it? Because I think someone told me that before. And I was like, I don't think I've had that. And then I went to the shops, and I was like, ooh, a punch flavor. Is it purple? Or am I imagining that? I'm gonna add a bit more nutmeg. Just because I feel like it. It's my macaroni, I can do what I want. You can't stop me. I think it's the cheese I can taste now, not the beer. It's hard to tell, actually. They have very... I wouldn't be surprised if they have, like, the same chemical as one of the main flavor agents of both strong cheese, like mature cheddar, and beer. Because it's hard for me to tell which is the overpowering flavor. Pipeline Punch. Ooh, an orange and pink. There's raised... Oh, I love those ones. I love the ones with the raised designs. My favorite one is mango... mango something. I can't remember what it's called. But it's got, like, the skulls on it. The skeletons. I've been trying hard not to have too much energy drinks. Though, I did ask Joe to buy me one for, I have D&D tomorrow. So I asked him to buy me one because, like... Coffee isn't... For some reason, I can do a whole stream. If I'm tired, I can do a stream, usually, without with just a coffee. But for some reason, when it's D&D, I can't concentrate unless I've had, like, a lot of caffeine. Maybe I was just... There was one week when I was super tired. Maybe it was just that. That was the problem. That I was just so tired I couldn't concentrate, and it was nothing to do with what I was doing. Mango Loco, that is the one. That is my favorite flavor. But Joe got me just the regular ultra white one. This is my second favorite. It's the one I'm used to. But that's just in case I need it. That's not for today. That's not for the stream. For once. Right, I think I'm gonna say I'm happy with this. I've been tweaking it for a good, like, hour now, so... It's not true. It's only been 40 minutes. There's still a lot of beer. Did I not... Maybe I didn't cook the beer out enough. I want to add parmesan, but I also don't want to overpower it. So I'm just going to add more smoked cheese. Pipeline Punch, like 4 for £4. Ooh, we don't have a Morrison's. Or we do, but it's not... I don't go to it because I can't drive. It's, like, out of town. But I'm sure there's a little corner shop up the road where I with the post... It's connected to a post office. And they have, like, an actual dedicated fridge just for Monster. So I think they'd probably have it. If anywhere's going to have it near me, they'll have it because they tend to always have the new flavors. If I need a specific flavor for some reason, I can go there and they'll probably have it. I'm going to get this pasta back on the heat. Or pasta water. I'm going to mix this in. And then I'm going to probably take out the rinds once that pasta's done. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's still very beery, but it's also nice and cheesy now. Am I happy with it, though? No, I'm gonna add more cheddar. Can always have more cheese. If you go, get me a Pipeline Punch. You don't have to get... I'm only joking, you don't have to pick me up a Pipeline Punch. Right. That means we've still got some cheese left. for supercharging the regular Kraft, which we are going to put in smoked sausage, and we're going to up the cheese count, and we're going to give it a crumb as well. I'm excited, honestly. I'm really excited to make this kind of fancy Kraft mac and cheese. I don't know how good it's going to be. It's probably not going to be as good as this, but you know, if you don't have the time or you don't have the money to make this from scratch, like, you do you, boo. No shame. No tea, no shade. Right, I'm going to take that rind out now because it's kind of melting. Come here, baby. You've done your work. You can go to bed now. By bed, I mean the bin. There's another one in there, though. It's hard to tell what's rind and what's bacon. Bacon rind. That's just cheese that hasn't melted. Where is it? No response to this, but I'm fiance of same name Discord. That's our doggy. Yes, I know. Beep beep to you too. I don't need to keep you on the heat right now anyway, because I'm waiting for the water to come up to boil. I've lost the rind, guys. Nope, that's definitely bacon. No, I put in one piece of Parmesan rind, and then Joe pointed out that he'd actually saved me the Manchego rind as well. So I put that in, but there's 2 pieces of the Manchego. Manchego, which is Joe's, like, favorite cheese. He loves that cheese. But now I can't find it. That'll be a fun surprise when we're eating later. It's fine. I'll be able to find it once we mix the pasta in, because there'll be... Ah, there we go. Because there'll be a big lump. Found it. But now that's everything coming out. So that was just to add a little bit. I could have... The original plan, I think, was to put these in the milk that I was going to use. But, I did what I did instead. Oh, there's no space in here anymore. To move everything off the top shelf, because, you know... It was all going to come crashing down if we weren't careful. While I cake some coffee for chat for a bit. Don't worry about it. We will, we'll see you soon. I think that's cheesy enough. I think I'm happy with that. And I'm not going to add any more. It is very beery still, but there is going to be a cheese crumb as well. Like, there's going to be a top, so it's fine if it's not quite cheesy, because there's going to be Parmesan on the top. So, while we wait for that water to boil, I'm going to quickly tidy up and put stuff away. It won't take me long. I'm just going to kind of fuss about and move things, and I don't need flour for the Kraft mac and cheese. And then we can start making the topping of... Did he finish that? No, he didn't. He left that. We'll start making the baked mac and cheese, and then we can begin... Oh, that was the other thing that broke. I was telling Joe that 3 things had broken, but I couldn't remember what the third thing was. It was the drawer. The drawer broke. That was fun. Right. I will need this, actually, so I can't do anything with that. Bacon. Both mine are sleeping. Oh. She gets went up to 14 hours a day. It's because she looks so, you know, spry. So this is our bacon, which I'm now going to make into a crumb. Crush. The power of my hands. I'm so strong. Crush it down. This is not part of the recipe. I'm adding this. Normally it's just like breadcrumbs and cheese that goes on the top, but we're gonna be awesome. We're gonna add extra crunch. Me and Echo sleep a lot and have high energy bursts. The zoomies. I remember my cats were like that. they think greyhounds are super energetic, which they are. Only in very short bursts and they're chasing something. The rest of the time it's like 200% chill. I guess that makes sense. It's kind of like if you were surprised to see Usain Bolt lying down on the sofa. It's like, yeah, he does rest. He doesn't run everywhere all the time. It's like me yesterday saying, if you can run, why don't you just run? Like, you don't run all the time. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Oh my god, it's so warm in here because of the oven. I need to open the window. But I don't want to lose any bacon crumb. Oh, that's good. That is a good bacon crumb. Okay, the pasta is now boiling. I think it's probably safe to move this now. Get this out of the way so we can see what's going on. It's exactly like that. Exactly. Cheese sauce. Uno. Crumb. Dos. Right, I don't really know how much to use. I think I should just cook all of it. It's like not that much in a bag. Oh, I need to cut it open. Like, I feel like that's not really, that's quite a lot of sauce. I'm really bad at judging this. This is the one thing I was going to say this is the one thing I can't judge very well, but that's a lie. There's lots of things I can't judge well. Let me check the recipe. Cooked macaroni, 1 gram. Okay, so 1 kilogram. So I'm supposed to use twice this, so. Okay, Google, set me a timer for 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
All right, 1 minute.
No.
Starting now.
Okay, Google, set me a timer for 3 minutes.
Second timer for 3 minutes. And we're starting now.
They're not all running all the time. More like 95% of the time snoozing, 5% of the time running away from 2 a.m. So like a cat. So like exactly like a cat. Right, I'm not going to put this in the oven until we've kind of at least got the stuff started for the Kraft mac and cheese, because it takes 10 minutes and this is only going to take like 10 minutes and then we're going to end up with... I guess I could leave this out of the oven for a while. Yeah, no, we might be fine, I was trying to say. I've still got a tickle in my throat. It's not nice. Right. Boil water in a medium saucepan, stir in macaroni, cook for 7.5 minutes. Stop! Drain, do not rinse, return to the pan, add butter, milk. Okay, so I'm just going to use the pan I use for the pasta for this pasta. I might just do half and half. Like, half we're going to make fancy and half we're just going to have as it is. Does that sound fine? Because then I can kind of... I can do the sauce in the pan and then maybe like split it into a third pan. I'm basically just trying to think about how to gauge this so it keeps it everything stays warm at the same time, basically, without having to keep anything in the oven. Cheers if you're having a drink. This is really good. It just tastes like peach juice. It's lovely. Echo Sally's not meant anyone other than me and my dad. Aw. Lockdown issues, yeah. Greyhounds and their ilk are basically cats in the terms of their snooze to run ratio. I love that. It's a good ratio. Good ratio. It's important to know an animal's snooze to run ratio. Therapets though, so they go to hospitals? What do you mean? Like, so they... Oh. Just trying to keep this pasta stirring because it's not fully covered by the water. And I want to make sure it all cooks evenly. Oh! 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 Interesting. So there's a packet of powder. I'm assuming this is the cheese sauce? And then there's just loose pasta. I thought I'd actually broken the bag and it had all fallen out, but the pasta's just loose in the box. I did not expect it to be loose. I thought it would also be in a bag. Very interesting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do half. Stop! I'm just gonna do half and half with the Kraft, so I'm not using the second box. Because I don't know how much of the Kraft mac and cheese I'm actually gonna eat. I mean, I'll eat it. I'll eat what I've made, but like, if I'm not loving it, I don't want to have a whole box worth to eat through. Right, that's the pasta cooked for that one. So yeah, no, we'll just compartmentalize. We'll just do the beer and bacon mac and cheese now. Get that all done, and then start the Kraft. Though, I mean, I could just, what I'll do is I'll refill the kettle, so we're just ready to go once I've got that in the oven. Oh dear, my wrist is not strong enough for that. Just holding a full kettle isn't too much for me, that's how weak I am. Someone call a priest, I think she's about to commit a crime against food. How dare you? It's not me, it's Kraft. Right, we're gonna have one last taste. Oh, did I get rid of the spoon? No, I didn't, it's here. One last taste to make sure I'm happy with it. Yeah, fairy pets usually have dogs, but Echo and pre-lockdown May are really chilled. Oh, big cuddle. That's really sweet that they have their therapy. I thought that's what you meant, but I was like, what? It's very strong. The beer flavor is very strong. It could do with more bacon in it. I just want to keep adding more cheese. I'm gonna add more cheese. It won't melt as well now because the mix isn't on, it's not on the heat. But American palliative and end of life care, so it's really nice to see people eat at that stage of life. Have a smile when May was purring, cuddling them. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's a strong cheese. I think this is like 90% cheese and like 10% milk at this point. But you know what? Maybe if it has a chunk of cheese, that might be nice. I'm gonna take them in over a year, so May won't be going back. No! Okay, so. Cooked fresh pasta. Whoop. You can't see. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Did you steam up your glasses again? Sorry for steaming up your glasses, everyone. You know what? I'm surprised I haven't sung yet today. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken and macaroni, chilling with my homies, chicken wing. Put some of these in. Give it a little bit more crunch. Wait, why is that wet? Oh no, I dribbled on it with the pasta. That's gonna be so annoying because now that's gonna not be crunchy anymore. Annoying. I should have moved it. Oh, that's a shame. Poor May. Hot and steamy snacks. Okay, that's still crunchy, that's fine. Separation anxiety. Oh no! Oh! I feel so sad. That's so sad. So upsetting. That's still a little bit more pasta. Which I'm gonna just quickly yomp, dunk in. Get this in the sink. Move that. Yeah. I mean, pets are equally loving and hating lockdown, you know? I just want to use all of it because I've cooked all of it anyway, so we might as well get it all in the pan. Now, do I test it now? Yes, I do. What are you talking about? Of course I taste it now. I don't think I've had fresh pasta. I don't think I've ever had fresh pasta at home. I'm assuming I've had it in restaurants, but like... It just tastes like beer. Joe was right. I'm gonna add more pepper. Disappointing because normally this is really good. Maybe it's because it's like that whole thing of I've seen it every stage of the way, so I'm not coming in at it fresh and I'm like, could be better the whole time. But like I said, we are going to get a bit of a crumb on the top, so it might make a big difference. Is it the same beer as usual? Yeah, it's the same beer I normally use. In fact, I use less than I normally use. I think. I mean, I used the same amount of other like the milk. Everything was the same as the recipe. So even if I half the beer normally because I half the recipe, like it should have been this. It should be the same ratio of beer. Maybe I just didn't cook it down long enough. There's not enough bacon. Ooh, that bit was cheesy. It might just not be even. Even though I've been mixing it like a madman. Okay. Happy with that. Let's make that crumb. So, in here, I have, we grated this a while back, so it's been in the fridge for a couple days. This is cheddar, manchego, and parmesan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this bacon crumb, which isn't super duper fine. Like, I could blend this up, but I'm, yeah, cooking out the alcohol flavor is important. It doesn't taste like alcohol, though. It's just like the beer flavor, you know? But hopefully it's okay. Anyway, I'm going to add this bacon. Ooh, ooh, that sounds lovely. Which part's the passion fruit part? Is that the gin? Or both? Gin and the tonic. I've got breadcrumbs over here. I'm going to add more parmesan. From Aldi. Oh, fancy. We are just using golden breadcrumbs rather than like making our own or using panko, because ain't nobody got time for that. Just plain tonic. Ooh, fancy. I don't think Joe is really the gin drinker in this house, but he doesn't really like gin liqueurs and stuff and flavored gins. He tends to have just like slight flavor, like the botanicals are the flavor, you know? Okay. Need more of my peachy punch. Probably shouldn't have too much of that because I haven't had a lot of food today. And that's going to go straight to your head. My head. Not your head. You're not the one drinking it. Love our botanicals. We've got Botanist. What do we have right now, actually? We have Botanist and Eden Mill. But we usually have Hendrix as well. But right now we just have Botanist and Eden Mill. And rum-wise, we have 500 cuts red leg and a very fancy rum that Joe got for Christmas that is super expensive, and we don't really drink that one because it's fancy. Ooh, pear drop, interesting. Right, we're gonna add parmesan just because we haven't got enough cheese up in this house. Red leg is your favorite. Yes, it's so good, right? I made rum-soaked cherry brownies once, and I used red leg for it because it's vanilla and sweet and lovely. Alright. I'm happy with that. I don't know if that's going to be enough. but I'll just add some more breadcrumbs to bulk it out. There we go, that's bulked it out a little bit. Okay, in which case it's time to go, guys. Ooh, that sounds very nice. Joe does like a good elderflower tonic. Okay, this is I'm gonna use a different utensil for this part because I think the spatula perhaps is not the ideal tool. It's getting very warm in here. I'm having the oven on and having the hob on. I'm getting toasty, guys. Alright, it's it. I'm gonna get my spoon, but I have to clean it. Ugh. It doesn't want to come off. Right, different. We're gonna have to go for a different spoon. Sorry. That spoon ain't gonna work. What am I doing? That's not where the spoons are kept. You know what? We're just gonna go with the spatula. Screw it. I'm gonna try it with a spatula. It's gonna make a mess. But, needs must. Oh god, that's heavy. Whew, that is very heavy. Okay, I definitely need a scooping thing, even if it's just a ladle. Bit of an odd sight, but it works better than having to try and lift it with my very weak arms. Would you like some soup? Do you want some soup, child? Some soup? Some pasta soup? I mean, pasta soup is a thing, but that's not the point. I'm going to the bottom because I'm trying to get a lot of the sauce. This is actually quite a thick sauce. Right. Once we've put this together, I don't want it to lose too much heat because I don't want to have to try and heat it all the way through in the oven. I just want it to kind of crisp up the top, but there's still a bit left in the pan. But I do want to make the mac and cheese before we put it in, so looks really nice. Thank you. That's the recipe, though I have tweaked it a little bit and added a lot of cheese. But that's the base. That's who should be credited. That alcohol's getting to me. So once again, to reiterate, this is Parmesan, tiny bit of Manchego and cheddar. That's the big bits of cheese. The super overcooked bacon. So really crispy bacon and golden breadcrumbs. That's going on the top there. That hopefully will turn out super nice. We can all live in hope. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the water on the boil for this mac and cheese so we can try and make this. Shouldn't take too long to boil because we've already boiled the kettle. But let's get that going. Just doing the instructions. Just gonna do the instructions for the first batch and then 50-50 it up. I want to eat some more of that pasta. It does just taste like beer. I didn't cook the beer out enough. Don't skip that step. But it still tastes really good. Wait, caprese mac and cheese? I will not for reassurance. I will note, Teresa knows I'm sitting around in pajamas. So don't worry, I assumed that's what you meant, Sketchy. Caprese mac and cheese? Okay, let's have a look at that while the water boils. Because what? Oh yeah, oh! What did I say about not shaming? So it's macaroni cheese with chili flakes and... Wait, oh no, that's the... What? And basil and tomatoes. There's a tomato layer? What? Okay, I've misunderstood this. I thought it was just like, it was macaroni and cheese with stuff on the top, but it's... I'm gonna amp it up a notch, so I've had a big... Ooh. That doesn't sound bad. That sounds pretty good, actually. That sounds pretty decent. Okay, this is so bizarre to me. It's just pasta in a box. Drain, do not rinse. Add margarine, butter, milk, and cheese sauce and mix well. I think I'm gonna, maybe do that in another pan, like a separate pan. No, what I'll do is I'll take half of the pasta and put it back in the pan and just do what I'm supposed to do, and then I'll take the other half and put it in a sauce that I'm going to start making now. That's what we're going to do. Get this cheese out of the way. But why would you mix it with cheese? Macaroni cheese. Why? I don't know. Some people just want to see the world burn. Right, so we're going to make a fancy version with the cheese sauce. I mean the cheese powdered cheese. We're still going to use that. But we're going to try and make it, amp it up a bit. Now I haven't had the cheese powder, so this is going to be... I'm going to have to just do this by eye. Because I can't really... If I taste it, that kind of ruins the whole point of having the mac and cheese. So... That's not clean. Why have you been put back in the cupboard, sir? Our dishwasher not doing its job. There we go. Yeah, that water is almost boiling, and it's so warm in here. Holy moly. Let's put that fan on. Okay. So... 4 tablespoons of margarine and a 1/4 cup of milk. All the butter! Yes! Good. Yeah, I think that means I can put in that pasta now. Oh, it's so small. I thought there'd be more than that. Okay, Google. Set me a timer for 7.5 minutes, please. She's just not doing anything. She's just ignoring me again.
Something went wrong. Try again in a few seconds.
Yeah, you're telling me. Okay, Google. Set me a timer for 7.5 minutes.
Sure. For how long?
7.5 minutes!
The answer is 210 seconds.
What? Okay, Google. Set me a timer for 7 minutes and 30 seconds, please.
Okay, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now.
Thank you. Okay, Google. Set me a timer for 10 minutes.
Second timer for 10 minutes. And we're starting now.
Get a mixing bowl entirely full of cubed butter. Yes, good. That sounds perfect. Okay, so for the... Okay, whoop, let me just take a second to talk to you guys. For the... Sorry. I'm sorry. For the regular Kraft mac and cheese, just from the box, I'm just going to follow the instructions on the side. But I'm going to take half of the pasta, and I'm going to try and make a fancier one without tasting it. So I'm going to use the cheese powder, but instead of milk, I'm going to use cream. And I'm going to... Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's too much. I'm going to add cheese, and I'm going to give it a crumb, like the one in the oven. But I'm only going to do, like... like this much. Like a little container, so it's not like crazy. So we really got to get started on that, like now. So let's get that butter out. I don't really know how much 6 tablespoons. Wait, the butter is still out. I don't know how much 6 tablespoons of butter is. That's so weird. The things are measured in tablespoons. It throws me off. But we're gonna I'm gonna try and make it fancy. I will taste it actually, but I won't taste it until I've put things together. Now I'm not doing 6, I'm doing 3 because I'm halving everything. I have to remember that. That's kind of 3 tablespoons, I hope. We also want some of this smoked sausage. We want this to be part of the party. So I'll also get that chopped up. Oh, I just want to eat. I don't even like smoked sausage that much, but I just want to eat. I'm just so hungry. Come on, out of the packaging. Thank you. Oh, I just tore that. That wasn't intentional, but okay. Melt, my pretties. Wait, that's 2 very different scenes. Oh god, it's too warm. I have to open the door. It's no use. I've got to open it. Okay. That seems like quite a lot of butter. But okay, let's go for it. Right. What I'm going to do... Just for the record, I shouldn't do drunk cooking streams because I've had like 2 sips and I'm just getting tired and I can feel that I'm not concentrating and it could end up really bad. I'm gonna cube it up like this. This may be too small, I'm not sure, but we're gonna cut it up like that. So I've quartered it and then I'm gonna slice it up like that. I might have done too much water for that pasta. Oh my god, it's all sticking together. Don't do that. Come on. It's gonna sit. For some reason, my brain wanted me to say, this is a family show. Why does my brain hate me? Like that. Like that. I did that a bit weirdly, but we got there. I'm not sure how much to do. Is that enough? No, I mean, I'll do all of this, at least. Get that temp up on that. Don't have long to get this done. Probably should have started this earlier because I'm going to have to try and bake it, and then the other one's going to be done in the oven. It's okay, it's fine. We'll work it out. That's probably enough. That's probably enough. Now I need a good spoon. There we go. A good stirrinator. I'll use this spatula. Whoa! Excuse you. Don't you start hissing at me. This pasta's so tiny. Alright. The cream, I did put it back in, I can remember that. Cream might make it too rich, I'm not sure. But we're gonna turn that down now that's melted. That's a lot of butter. But I guess you do that much butter. I'm just not doing flour, so it looks like a lot more. Fact. Where's that seasoning packet? Right. Here's the plan. I'm sorry. I'm jumping all over the place because I'm kind of making this up as I go along, but here's the strategy. I've got butter. I've got half the butter melting in a pan. I'm going to try and make like a cheese sauce with extra bits and make it fancier. And then I'm going to use the rest of the butter in the pasta like you're supposed to according to the directions. So this is the powdered cheese stuff that it comes with. Ooh, that actually smells all good. Anyway, and I'm going to try and gauge half of it and put half of it in there, and then half of it keep it aside for later. So this slightly fancier version is going to have smoked sausage and cream and more cheese and a crumb. And the other one's just going to be milk and powder and butter. So, here we go. Wow, that is incredibly orange. Holy guacamole, that's so orange. Okay, that's probably about half. That is so orange. It's very grainy too. I wasn't expecting that. Like, the camera is not picking up how orange this is. Like, this is like, what's it orange? That's how orange that is. Alright, in which case I'm gonna add some cream. And we're gonna get this going. We're gonna get this doing its thing. Making me a nice tasty cheese sauce and not lumping. Hello, old snake! How are you doing? There we go. Now it's coming together. But we're still gonna amp it up a little bit. With some more cheese. Hello, Angry Papa Pug! How are you? It's good to see you. This is the boxed one, yes. Stop! That's for the pasta. This is half of the boxed one. We're doing half making it slightly more fancy, and half just as intended. So the pasta is now going to be strained. Ouch. Don't splash yourself with boiling hot water. That's a bad idea. So that's the pasta being strained. It's tiny! So small! And then I'm gonna spend a couple minutes making this. Yeah, that's what we're doing with the other one. So we're doing half of it as intended, as instructed on the box, and half of it with a sauce that I'm gonna make to the side, basically. Because that way it's easier to keep track of which one's which in my head. Can't with Kraft dinner anymore. I'm excited to tap my maple cheese in the next few days. Oh wow, that's awesome! So I've added a little bit of cheese. I've also added cream in here, so it's a little bit richer. I've never had Kraft mac and cheese before. And we're gonna add smoked sausage as well. Hot dogs would have been preferable, but we couldn't get any hot dogs quickly because they didn't have any in the corner shop. This is so lumpy. But we've added a bit more cheese to make it a little bit creamier. I might... do I want to add some smoked cheese, or is that going to be too different? Yeah, I won't add the smoked cheese. I'll just add more vintage. See, you're seeing if you can make smoked cheese much better. Yes, basically. I'm trying to see if I can, like, tweak it and... because, you know, people suggested adding hot dogs, which I think would be great. How is that possible? We don't have... well, we don't have Kraft mac and cheese here. Like, this is imported. We do have, like, cheesy pasta in a box kind of thing, but apparently it's, like, it's not the same. It's off-brand, so... I'm really nervous about that. So, yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm happy with this. Let's put these in. Hot dogs and breakfast beans were always what we did. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I basically posted half an hour before I started, like, what do people do to make their mac and cheese better? Because I suddenly had this brainwave if I could try and, like, improve it as well as making it from scratch. And there were several people who said add hot dogs to it. So I was like, okay, but then I sent Joe out and he couldn't find hot dogs. He could only find smoked sausage. Stop! So he got smoked sausage. So that's what we got here. And he got me 2 because he wasn't sure how much I'd need, and he's so sweet like that. But that's the baked one done now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half of the pasta... oh, it's so sad looking. So tiny. Look how small this pasta is. I'm going to do half of this in there. And then half, that's probably over half. And then half in there, and we're going to use the rest of the cheese packet, the butter, and the milk. I use Kraft singles and dried macaroni. Woof. Woof. Okay, so actually before we finish with the last one, we're gonna... Oh, where's all that water coming from? That's quite a lot of sauce. I wasn't expecting there to be so much sauce. But I guess I am eyeballing whether I'm doing half and half, so I guess that might be impacting it a little bit. I think I put in a lot of cream though. And now I'm gonna dump this. You can't actually see what I'm doing, hold on. I'm gonna dump this is the improved boxed mac and cheese, into a little ramekin. And I'm gonna give it a crumb, and we're gonna chuck it in the grill, under the grill, while I cook the last kind of macaroni and cheese. This one, when we add the powder to that. So let's get my breadcrumbs. The pasta's like super fast cooking. It's so small and it's really pale too. That's probably too much, but there we go. Because the other bake's still in the oven. And a little bit of Parmesan, like that. Get that bad boy in the oven. Oh yes, that one's looking good, the one that's already in there. Okay, okay Google, set me a timer for 5 minutes. Oh god, she's not gonna hear me, is she? Look at that. Here's what I made earlier. Okay Google, set me a timer for 5 minutes, please.
Okay, 5 minutes.
There we go.
Starting now.
Oh no, microwave, like, I'm saying, you guys, I'm not judging anyone for what you eat. Like, I have, like, not cup of soup, but, like, cup pasta that you literally just pour boiling water on and then eat it. I haven't had it in a while, because it doesn't make me feel very well, but I totally eat that, so it's fine. I'm not judging anyone. It doesn't say you can do it in a microwave. Butter. I should probably cut that up. Butter. In you go. Whee! And then a little bit of milk. And then the sauce. I mean the powder. Now you might make your Kraft mac and cheese differently from this. Mileage may vary. I'm just doing what the packaging told me to do. Ready? That orange. It's so orange. Okay, cool. Right. That means we're almost done. So, gonna... That might be too much milk. I might have done too much milk, guys. That's okay, I'll just cook it down. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna tidy up a little bit and put the cheeses away. Noticing you, noticing me. Why is that in my head? Dangerous, that girl is so dangerous, that girl is so that girl. Seen her type before, she's so dangerous. Don't ask me why that's in my head. Okay, and then Parmesan, and then the fancy cheeses over here. Good, 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 good. Let's put these in the dishwasher. Get them out of the way. Yeah, I'll put them away properly later. Looks at stream, refreshes. What manner of abomination is this? Realize it's Kraft mac and cheese. We'll get back to the good stuff soon. It's not really... I think I put too much milk in. I didn't measure it. So we'll get back to the good stuff soon. I'm just going to try and cook that off a little bit. Because it's a little bit much. It's a little bit liquidy. So I just realized I didn't put my bowls back in when I was setting up this morning. So there's like no space on my counter. There we go. It looks really sad, doesn't it? It just looks sad. Like the other one wasn't this thin. So I think I must have done something wrong. Melt singles in butter and milk, melt in the microwave, then add sauce to the noodles. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the heat's on. It's just taking a while to heat up. In fact, that back hob is still on. Hold on. That back hob is still on my other hob. I know you can't see what I'm doing. But I am stirring the Kraft mac and cheese very fast because it's on a very high heat. Didn't tell her to stop. Like twice you're being held hostage. To try and cook out the milk because I added too much liquid. That's my fault, not the recipes. But the pasta doesn't look like it's done. Like, it's just so hard. Though I have had pasta like this before, I will say. I really don't like single slices of cheese like that because I find that they're too synthetic for my tastes. But like I said, no shame. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. I had to keep stirring it so it didn't burn. It did burn a little bit, as you can see. Just a smidgen. Oh! Objection! Is your objection at the Kraft singles? I'm gonna leave that back here. This is gonna be hot now, so I have to be really careful with this. Get this out the way. So that we can begin to serve up, because we're almost done, guys. What time is it? How long have I been live? I've not actually been live as long as I normally am. Okay. 1. The one thing is the noodles might get too soft. I don't know, they look pretty good still. Here we go. Yeah, this just looks like the cheesy pasta that I got like in a packet once. I guess that's what it is, but it wasn't Kraft brand, so it might not be as good. There you go. There you have it. That's number 1. Hold on, let me take pictures of them one by one. Just plain old, good old Kraft mac and cheese. Nothing fancy here. No extra shenanigans going on. And then we have... that's not fully crisped. I need to put that back in. It's not done. And we have our final pièce de résistance. Beer and bacon baked 3 How many? Oh, hold on. More cheese. Macaroni cheese. That is what is in here. With a Parmesan, Manchego, bacon, breadcrumb, crumb on the top. It is so warm in here now. Oh my god, I'm so warm. I need to take a minute. I'm probably going to take a step outside. And I will serve this up in a bowl in just a second so you can see it for all its glory. I need to clean the spoon though, because I will need the spoon with this spoon this time. I can't use a ladle. Yeah, I want that one. Now, it's probably going to taste a bit too much like beer because of the way I've made it, but normally it's really, really good. And it will be my dinner tonight. So, and there's a little bit left in the pan, so I'll probably have that bit for dinner. Expressing her inner Babish. I'm happy to be compared to Mr. Babish. I'm gonna get this spoon. Did a little jump there. Beer, when was that added? The beer goes in basically before you add the milk. Like once you've made the roux, you then add the beer, and I didn't cook it down. See, I thought I did because it looked solid. Like it looked like it had basically been completely cooked out, but it clearly hadn't. It just got absorbed, so it didn't get cooked out properly, which is why it tastes a bit too much like beer. Now, do I plate it in a fancy plate? No, I'll just do it in a bowl. In fact, let's, this is also made with fresh pasta, which is this is the first time I've cooked with fresh pasta on the stream. I didn't make it. It's not like homemade pasta, but it's not dried pasta either. Hold on, let's turn that off real quick. Turn off that music. Did you hear that crunch? Oh, hold on, you can hear people just talking to you. Let's close the door, quickly, before you can hear them. Crumb didn't really stay together. Oh wow, that is so beery. But that's what it normally smells like. It normally smells that strong, so I think it's fine. I think it's acceptable. Doesn't look that pretty in the bowl though, guys. I won't lie. That's still really hot. That's fine, I'll just move it out of the way. So. We got 1, 2, and 3. Little rolling machine like Graham has, Tabate. We call him Fredicini Mercury. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's such a good idea. I wanted to get a pasta roller because you can get an attachment for the Kenwood, but it's like £150 or something ridiculous, and I was like, I'm not spending that much on a pasta roller attachment. I should just get a one that sits on the table for way less than that. I had this beer rubbed cheese once and it was like incredible. Yeah, beer and cheese go really well together. I was trying to think, I was wondering if maybe like they've got like a certain chemical that they both have in them, like I'm reading this book called Laws of Cooking and How to Break It. I've had it for years and I've never properly read it. And basically one of the things that they say in it is like gin and tonic with lime is so good because there's a chemical both in gin and in limes that work together, and it basically makes it taste really good. And I'm wondering if it's the same with beer and cheese. Okay, you done now? Still not fully melted, but I'm happy enough with that. Paid whoa. Hold on, my currency converter just automatically converted that, so I don't know what that was in dollars. But £214 apparently. There's a place around here that soaks truckles of cheese in red wine. It's amazing. Yeah, there's a wine soaked cheese that I could have bought from Tesco. No, I can't really move this because it's just come out of the oven. Please don't let me try and touch it with my bare hands, because that would be a very stupid thing to do. Just avoid pastas that aren't easily hand rollable. Yeah, I just don't. I've never actually. I think I've made gnocchi, potato gnocchi, but I've not made like proper egg homemade pasta. At least not in my memory. I might have made it at one point. I've been cooking for quite a lot of my life, so I probably made something. And I mean, I'm only 25, so that's not like a long time. Okay. I'm gonna take some pictures. And then I'm gonna have to go and try and get Joe away from Sea of Thieves, but he might be in the middle of something, so he might not be able to come through. It's too hot right now to taste. In fact, I'm gonna put you guys on pause. Bear with me. It's, Joe can't get to a stopping point right now. Also, I just noticed the lights in my room have turned on. I think it's because when I hit my stream setup button, it turned on the lights in my room. Like, no, that's not what I want. Still gonna be too hot. Well, Katie is probably cold by now. I want to eat this all. I want to eat it. I want to eat it. Well, Joe can have the less pretty tasting. Kenwood did make pasta rollers with the chemics line. They appear to be just... Oh, they're all out of stock. Never mind. You got me excited there. Right. Well, I'm just going to have to taste it without them. Without him. No more mac for you. Oh, no. Weird, like, this bit looks really chunky, but it's actually just several bits of pasta together. Just trying to get a nice picture for the gram. There we go. That'll do. You guys ready? It's taste test time. Can you believe it? It's only 6 o'clock. That's crazy. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna try mac and cheese. Kraft mac and cheese for the first time ever. Oh. I was all there in the first part. They had me in the first part. It's not great. It's not great. It just tastes like I got the cheapest cheese I could get and put it on pasta, but I guess that's what it is, isn't it? Good with pepper. It's interesting. It's interesting that it tastes so good considering it came from a powder. It's with pepper. Okay. No, that is a bit better, actually. With the pepper. This is my first time ever having Kraft mac and cheese, yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right. Okay, next. I will not be doing that. Next. Next is this, probably still incredibly hot. Baked. Same stuff. Sorry, let me just zoom in for you guys so you can see it. Same stuff, but with cream and smoked sausage, extra cheese, and it's got a crumb as well. So I'm going to let that cool down for just a second while I have a drink of water. I think I'm just hungry, honestly. I'm feeling a bit fragile. The idea would be to have hot dogs in it, but I can't because we couldn't get any hot dogs quickly enough because I only decided to do this 10 minutes before I started streaming. So I think to understand Kraft mac and cheese, you need to understand that before 1975, if you lived in the US and didn't live in Wisconsin or Michigan, you only had access to awful cheese. I mean, it's fair. No, I totally understand the appeal. You know what? That's fine. Oh, ha. I'd eat that. I'd eat that. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna try and get a bit without any crust, because that's the bit that I'm enjoying the most. Yeah. It's not supposed to be a gourmet food. I just thought it would be a fun thing to do to, like, try it, because I've never tried it before. I can't remember how much it cost me. Hold on, let me check. I think I need to sit down. Let me get my chair. My legs are starting to give up. I was on my feet for like, I was walking for 2 hours yesterday, so I'm a bit pooped. So I'm just gonna pull this over. Food to coat your throat. Ah, it's better. Okay, let me just check how much it cost to import. Because I do have it saved. It was £1.89. £1.89, but they sent me 2, and I only ordered 1. So I guess half of that, because they gave me double what I ordered. I think you can just buy from one of the supermarkets here. So I bought them. I needed to get a bunch of seasonings for a later stream from America, so I bought. I basically asked the chat what they wanted me to get from America. Because I was like, I might as well, since I'm paying the shipping anyway, I might as well get some extra things to try. And we did a bunch of candies, and it was great. And one of the things everyone was like was, get Kraft mac and cheese. And I was like, okay, let's make it into a stream. So I did. Have you tried Velveeta? That's the gourmet version. No, I haven't. I don't think I've ever seen it available. You know what? That's really good. But it just tastes like smoked sausage. Because that's mostly what I'm getting. It doesn't taste like the first one at all. Roasted smashed potatoes and steak. Oh, that sounds good. Velveeta is the exact same as Kraft. Gourmet version would be a proper American. Oh, I see. Be a proper American from a cheese place. I think I would. I think I can picture it. I think I've seen people eating it. Right. And now we're going to have the one that I know I'm going to like the best. Probably. My beer, bacon, baked macaroni cheese. Made with a vintage mature cheddar, regular mature cheddar, applewood smoked cheddar, and parmesan. That just tastes like beer. That just tastes like beer. I did not cook the beer down enough. I'm gonna get drunk on this. Maybe I'm already drunk. But once you have a bit more, you kind of stop tasting the beer as much, and it tastes more like cheese. Which is a shame, because I use so much cheese in it. But it just tastes like beer. But it's good, though. It's really good. I'm just gonna eat all of this. Don't let... I think that bacon crumb is potentially the best part. I do feel a little bit wibbly. I'm wondering if I've had too much and it's actually quite alcoholic, and that's why I feel so woozy. That could make sense. Actually, I do have a let's stop drinking that cocktail. I barely had any of it, so it can't be that, but I don't want to make it worse. Yeah, so I think I've done okay. Oh. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I apologize if I made it seem like I was trying to rush you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I kind of felt like I wasn't allowed to play games.
No, you're not allowed to play games.
Okay, so what am I tasting first?
Regular.
Ah, Kraft.
That's hot, don't pick it up.
The last time I had Kraft macaroni and cheese, it was at 2:30 in the morning and I was crashing on someone's couch.
Bless you. Bless you.
And I basically spent the entire time we ate Kraft mac and cheese talking about Shrek.
I mean, there's worse things to talk about.
That's fucking. That's wild.
It's okay, that makes up for me being mean to you, I'm sorry.
Is that just the box mix?
Yeah, with pepper.
That's not nice at all.
Yeah. Now try it with extras. So this next one was in the oven, so that's why you can't pick it up. Yeah. I wouldn't. Oh, is it okay? Is it cooled down enough? Okay, so it might be a bit hot in the center because it was in the oven. But I won't tell you what I've added. But you have a little go. Yeah. See, that's quite nice, right? So that's the same stuff, but made with cream instead of milk, and with smoked sausage and more cheese added, and then I put a crumb on it and put it in the oven. So it's the same base of cheese, but I added a bit of extra vintage.
That's really nice.
Yeah, see, I really like that one.
That tastes like school macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, and then there's our usual, which, yes, does taste entirely of beer, but once you get past that, you can taste the cheese. There we go. It just tastes like, I think I'm actually a little bit drunk. So I had quite a lot of that.
Cooks off the alcohol.
Yeah. No, I didn't though, that's the point. I don't think I cooked it all off.
Placebo, sweetheart.
Yes, placebo.
Flatmate made it one we had a guest that we didn't really like over.
Was that him?
Eagle Punk, that's
That's a power play.
there's a group of people that both you and I know.
Oh, Dottie, good luck with your run to the store. I'm sorry I missed your comment. You're probably not still here, but
We could
thank you.
just throw a dart at, and it would be a number one of those people.
Yeah.
That's my cat. I comment for the day.
If you want to take that with you, you can.
This is really nice.
Right, get back to your pirates. I'm sorry for grabbing you. It startled, I threw me off a bit because I was like, you'll be able to come through, and of course you weren't. You're playing games. That's very rude of me to assume. I'm sorry about that. There's more. There's this is the baked one. Oh, there you go. So
Here we go. This is the life.
this is the life. See, this is why he's still dating me. Really, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Evil Marksman, I'm going to raise you.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't need the Starnoy black pudding in it. It needs it on top of it as part of the crumb. Like it's got the bacon.
Did you get a bit of the crumb?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, the crumb's my favorite bit.
I will be having more of that.
Yes, you will. And there's more with that I didn't.
Later.
There's more that I didn't bake either because I was too much. And then that's the smoked sausage stuff as well. And then all the mac and cheese for the regular. But yeah, so quick.
Is Eagle Punk replying to my comment or just the Starnoy black? Oh, the white pudding. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you found a dish just for me. Show me. Give him a quick out of 10 before you go back.
2, 5, 10.
Yes. I think that's quite generous considering it just tastes like beer. I thought it'd be more like a 9.
It's like beer, cheese, and bacon, the 3 best food groups.
I wish it didn't. It tasted more like the cheese because I used so much of it. But
No,
it's
you can taste it though.
You can taste it.
That's because whenever you have something that's got anything mildly alcoholic in it, you go, I can taste the alcohol.
But then I got to the second mouthful, it was fine. So I could taste the cheese. I got past it. Uh-oh, I'm gonna sneeze. It's all good, I'm back. The beef and ale. Yes, I've saved that.
2, 10.
2, 5, 10. In that order.
However,
Let's have boxed scalloped potatoes.
it only gets to 2
Interesting.
because it is an American thing. It's like
It's a thing.
It's a legacy.
Yeah.
If that
Ugh.
was something here, I'd be giving that a 0.
Yeah. Alright, enjoy. Have fun being a pirate.
I always do.
Love you.
Your LEDs are on.
I know. Oh, objection. Objection! I got past it. Nice. Nice. And now I'm gonna sit and eat the rest of it. So there we go. That's the whole reason you guys are here, is to see Joe's reaction, really, isn't it? That was a bit rude. I went through and I was like, come through. Yeah, he's gonna go grab some booty with his friends, not me. I'm not part of the booty grabbing. Oh, okay, yeah, no. See, now I've had that. Now I've had the fancy one. I don't want to go back and have that. But if I was having the middle one on its own, I'd be fine. Bum 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 bum. Just put everything together. Just put it all in together. I see we're back to the end. What was the result? Well, plain Kraft mac and cheese. Joe gave it a 2. I would be inclined to agree. Fancy Kraft mac and cheese with a crumb and smoked sausage. Joe gave it a 5 out of 10. That sounds about right. And then the beer and bacon obviously gets a 10 out of 10. No! No throwing up face to mac and cheese. It's homemade. It's got a bacon crumb. No! No, Gambler, stop! Well, that's me done. We're done. That's the stream, guys. I would check my uptime, but it's wrong. But I only started at like 10 past 1, I think. So, what's that? 5 hours? 5 hours. That's about average, actually. I thought it was going to be a shorter stream. Imagine not liking mac and cheese. Tragic. So, excuse me. My nose is running again. Better go catch it. Ho 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 ho. Very funny. Very droll. So, that's that. We will be eating all of these. Nothing will be going to waste. Don't worry, everyone. We will finish all of these, even if they're not all today. But, yeah, I'm actually starting to flag a little bit, but that is because I haven't had lunch. So I'm gonna go take myself a bowl of this, and go and eat it, and chill with Joe and his chums playing pirates. But before we do, let's... hopefully my camera will stop glitching sometime soon. Let's go find someone to say hello to. Copper's live! Oh my goodness. 50 viewers. Look at that. She's making tikka spicy salad and rice. It doesn't look like she's finished. So, it doesn't look like she's got anything to plate up yet, or maybe she does, but it's all hiding. So I was gonna be like, let's not go over there, she's not finished. You got a bowl. Giggles is wrapping up cake mixing, so I'm off to the kitchen. Yay, yum. Good. It kind of looks like we've gone, like, little pig, like, mummy pig, daddy pig, gigantic pig. Like, we got like a really big bowl. Hey, thank you for those bits. Bit, I should say. Right, we'll go say hi to Copper, but before we do, you guys know the drill. We're gonna, what's the basic one? So this was Kraft mac and cheese from a box. This was Kraft mac and cheese, but with lots of stuff added. And this was beer and bacon, so the actual one from the recipe in the chat. I will say a few things. We're not leaving just yet, because I've got to say my thank yous. I would stay longer and do more thank yous, but I'm starting to flag a lot, and I think it's because I haven't had any caffeine, and I normally have caffeine during a stream, so I'm kind of like running on my normal adrenaline, which is kind of disappearing as we speak. But I want to say thank you to everyone who has made this week ridiculous. We had 2 streams this week, Tuesday and Wednesday, which were just No, sorry, it was Wednesday and Thursday? It doesn't matter. Anyway, basically we had 2 streams that were just a rush of nonsense, hence why it's £500 on my goal. You guys are amazing and so supportive, and it's ridiculous, and I love you guys as a community. I hope you enjoy flagging. Nice. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm so glad you enjoy my content enough to be here, and I don't want anyone who isn't able to donate or doesn't want to donate to feel bad. I never want that. You guys are welcome here regardless of what you do, as long as you are in the chat, even if you're lurking. I still appreciate you. And I just want to say thank you, and I'm going to try my hardest to get content out that is what you guys want to see. I'm trying to figure out if Joe's still playing, see if he is. I think he is, yeah. I'm going to try and get out content as what you guys want to see. So here's the rundown. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, we're going to be doing a rerun of all of the streams from this week, back to back. So I'm not going to be live, but you can catch up on anything that you missed, so you can see me make all of this again. If you'd rather just watch my cooking videos, you can go to my YouTube channel, !YouTube. That is all of my cooking VODs, except for last week, because I haven't edited it yet. Cut down and ready, and you can just watch them. They are the full VODs, they're the whole stream, but they're still there. Or you can check out my highlights, because I also have all of my cooking streams highlighted. With obviously the live chat, so you can see what I'm talking about when I reply to the chat, so that's also good. What else? Then on Tuesday we'll be back to starting all over again with Leighton on Tuesday at 1 o'clock UK time. Same on Wednesday. Thursday's going to be a nighttime stream, Friday's going to be cooking. It's a cycle. We're just going to repeat again. But hopefully I can get my last week's YouTube video up soon, and then today's video, as in today's stream, will be up again hopefully by next week. There we go. I just want to see you happy doing what you love. Thank you. I like the games and I like the cooking. I'm so glad you like what I do. I appreciate you all so much. I'm gonna send you guys off to Copper, but not quite yet, because I gotta run my credits. Oh, my goodness. I would like to say thank you for the tip from Faye. Thank you for the bits from Ego and the follows from Rushkeeper and Orin, and also the raids from Cakery Cat, can't speak. And before my stream died, I'd actually got donations from Flinks as well, and gift subs from Flinks. Did I not put those on the board? I didn't put those on the board. I'll have to do that later. And I appreciate you all, and a follow from Evil Marksman as well. That was before my stream died, so they didn't come up in the credits. Thank you so much, Faye, and thank you so much, Flinks. I don't think you're still here, but if you are, thank you so much. Also, a massive thank you to my patrons, Ego, Hit People Guy, Kirsty, Luco, Maggot, Pete, Tamio Show, and Sketchy. They're the reason I can continue to buy ingredients to make you guys things like this. And I appreciate every tiny bit of support that I get on or off stream. And I can't say it enough. I can't say thank you enough to make it sound sincere. But yeah, you should join the Discord if you want to chat when we're offline. Food doot. I'm just gonna start up that raid. There we go. I would love to stick around and hang out with you guys for longer, but I am knackered. I'm about to crash. So I'm gonna go and have a long weekend. I'm gonna spend my Saturday playing D&D and probably making something really tasty, and I hope you guys have a great weekend as well. Make yourself some beer and bacon macaroni and cheese, or just fancy macaroni and cheese. It doesn't have to have beer or bacon in it if you don't want it to. That's totally fine. You do what you want to do. I think that you guys are all amazing, and I'm sorry that I'm starting to lag and starting to flag so much, but when I see you again on Tuesday, I'll be revitalized and ready to go. I appreciate you all so much. Please remember to stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, drink your water, take your medication, and gosh darn it, have some food. If you don't, I'm going to be cross at you. I'm sending you guys to Copper. She's another cooking streamer. She's amazing. She's another Scottish cooking streamer. What's the point? She's making tikka and a bunch of other stuff. It's a lot of stuff. She's doing a recipe redemption. I hope you enjoy her stream. Please say hello from me. I'm probably going to crash on the floor as soon as I hit stop streaming. And I'm going to go now. I think that's everything. And if you're watching this later on, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, I'm going to hit the button now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.